2, 1. My name is China, and welcome to episode 3 of The Man's Voice.
Yeah.
Now, if it's the first time you're ever watching the show, then what I need you to do is go check out episode 1 entitled What's Love Got to Do With It? It was the Valentine's Day special. And then go check out episode 2. It was a very fiery show. We had Julie on for episode 2 and she's back, entitled A Cold Winter for Single Mothers in the UK. So, this is episode 3, and if you haven't done so already, I just want to ask if you please like the video. It's the one metric that YouTube uses to push out the content, so it's quite important for us. Could you please also subscribe to the channel and then turn on notifications bells? And drop comments, because I read the comments. Everyone knows I'm in the comments, and I read the comments, and it's the way that I get the feedback in order for us to get better. So just want to give a quick shout out to our sponsor, I/U, these frozen drinks. They have over 12 flavors coming out in the shop. We have blue raspberry here, pink bubblegum, certy apple, lemon and lime, and purple rain. You can get that in all popular shops. So I'm joined by a lovely panel guest, and I want to get straight to it. So if you could just tell me your name, where you're from, your job or your side hustle, because none of our jobs or side hustles define us, and something new about you, something special, something that no one's ever heard. And that's going to go to you.
Oh dear.
Stick it on the mic. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm Musna. I just work a sales job, and
Where you from?
I'm Pakistani.
Okay, Pakistani, yeah.
Yo, I'm MC Bushkin, 1/3 of the infamous Heartless crew from
Jeez.
North London.
We have to give a clap for Bushkin, man. We've got Bushkin here. We got Bushkin.
From North London, into music, and recently set up UK's #1 independent black record label, Bush Bash Recordings.
Okay.
Hi, my name is Giulia. I'm from Italy. I'm an actress, and something that nobody knows about me.
Yeah, tell
Oh
us
my
something
God.
that no one knows
No,
about
I'm gonna say something simple. I eat a lot of food, but I don't get fat.
Okay.
you. Okay, what's the secret to that?
I don't know which one is it, but I don't know. Stress, overthinking. That's the answer.
Okay.
Overthinking.
And last but certainly not least,
My name's Daniel, North London. Work for my family business. We run a care facility company, MedStar, cheeky plug. And I don't know, something no one knows.
yeah, tell us something that no one knows about you. Nothing that.
I'm here today.
Okay, I like that. Was it a low key thing, yeah?
Low key.
Okay, cool. So, guys, we're going to get straight into it, into this episode. So, guys, I take it that everybody knows who Andrew and Tristan Tate are. The Tate brothers, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to go straight into it. So, after being detained for 4 months, Andrew Tate and his brother Tristan were released from a Romanian jail after a judge challenged the decision to extend his incarceration for a 4th time. Tristan and Andrew have been released to their home for 30 days on house arrest. Originally, the Tates were arrested in December 2020 when DIDCOT, the Romanian anti-organisation crime and terrorism group, identified 6 victims that had claimed that he had lured them and coerced them into engaging in unlawful and criminal acts of sexual nature for the profit of the 2 brothers. $3.9 million in assets have been seized from the Tates and will not be returned to them until they can prove that those assets were attained through legitimate activities. The Tates' legal team lost an appeal to void that asset seizure. Most importantly, Article 23 of the Romanian Constitution states that any person shall be presumed innocent until found guilty by a final decision of the court. Andrew, Tristan, and the 2 other individuals who were arrested have not been formally indicted on any charges. So, I want to give a question to the women. I'm going to start with you, Julia.
Of course.
What is your opinion of Andrew Tate? And has your position changed since he's been released?
I don't hate Andrew Tate. I do agree with, I would say, 80 or 90% of what he said. I might not agree in the way he say things, but I also understand the game.
What do you agree with?
I agree when he say about that this society, everything's so diluted, there's no more value. I agree about depression, when he talks about depression. I think he does help a lot of men out there. I think he's doing, in his own way, a great job. But at the same time, I also think that his influence goes to also to the wrong people that are not in a certain position in life to be saying certain things. And I don't agree when he say about a virgin and he can have a 500 body count. I don't agree with that stuff. But my position about him since it's been released didn't change. Like, I don't hate him. I don't love him. I do agree with some of the things he said. I don't agree with everything. Yeah. I don't know. That's it.
And you as well. What's your opinion of Andrew Tate, and has it changed since he's been released?
Well, I don't have anything against him. I like him.
Yeah, no, that's an opinion. It's not.
Yeah,
it's
no,
not
it's been the same. I don't think anyone should get arrested for anything. Like, you know, if they don't have, if there's no proof that they've done it. If you know, it is innocent until proven guilty.
So, if someone asked you about Andrew Tate on the street and said, "What do you think of Andrew Tate?" What would you say?
He's a human being.
If they said to you, do you agree with the things that Andrew Tate says? What would you say?
Yeah.
Okay.
Quite a lot of them, yeah.
And yeah, question for the men Bush is same as well. How do you feel about the Tates, Andrew Tate and Tristan Tate, and what do you think about them since they've been released?
You know, I don't really know too much about them. But
What have you seen? What have you seen?
As an overview, what I've seen is that he's very outspoken. He's very opinionated. Some of the clips I've seen of the stuff he's saying about women and stuff like that, there ain't really no wrong or right, you know, because he's a man and he's just talking his thing and he's living his truth, you understand? What I find funny is that anyone who's too outspoken is like, powers that be try and cut them down, and you understand? So that's where I'm more got a problem with that, you understand? And from what you've just read there, you understand? Obviously, I don't know the ins and outs. Yeah. So it seems like they ain't really got much on him.
Because basically, so they've held him for the longest time, and there's been no charges or nothing, and they've confiscated assets, and it's like
that's liberties.
So even if you didn't know somebody, you heard that out, you'd be like, wait, hold on a second. So wait, he hasn't been charged for anything. He's been held. They've taken away his stuff.
It's shabby.
You know what I mean?
Again, it's bully boy business what they're dealing with, you understand? That's all they're doing. It's just bullying him. My man's got a little following, and people are liking what he's saying, and he's uplifting people to an extent, you understand? Whether people think it's right or wrong, he's uplifting people, you understand? Making people feel good about themselves. And the powers that be don't really like that, you understand? So they're just trying to shut him down. That's how it looks like. Obviously, I don't know the ins and outs, but that's what it looks like from the outside, you understand? And then for you to say the C's is P's and them kind of things there. And there's people out there doing much worse. All my man's doing is talking up things. There's people out there doing much more skullduggery. And they've got their things living with and driving up and down and flossing, so... Yeah, seems a bit of a liberty to me, but again, never mind.
So what about you? What's your opinions on Andrew Tate, the Tate brothers, and has it changed since they've been released?
No, I thought they got locked up for no reason. Like, it's a load of hearsay. Like, no one actually, like you said, there's no charges. It's just, all right, we're going to bring you in on this, and then they kept him for how many days? 300 and something?
Yeah, they've kept him since
my man was doing
December.
7,000 push-ups, waiting to get out. Yeah, 7,000 push-ups he's been doing.
Jeez.
So he's just gonna. So now Andrew Bates clickbait. Like Andrew Tate, he's clickbait. He says things to trigger men. He'll trigger women. He'll trigger everyone. Yeah, that's it. Like he's not like he just goes after men. And says men need to do this, or just goes after women and saying like you got to have a low body count with her. He will clickbait anyone.
So for me, like so it's mad because since I came on the podcast and went viral, people say, "Oh yeah, he sounds like Andrew Tate, Black Tate this."
You don't.
But that's the first. So what happened was whenever you speak outspoken, and someone's speaking outspoken, and some of the things I will say, they'll be like, "Oh, Tate said this," but it's not because I heard it from Tate, it's because it's how I grew up as to protect my sisters. So like I said before, when I'm talking about, protecting women and obviously certain things, like people will take it out of context and they'll say, oh, you know what, you're trying to say that women shouldn't wear what they want and they shouldn't go certain places. But as some of three sisters, I'm telling you how my mother and my father told me to look after my sister, told me to protect her, the types of things I told her to say. I'm not saying that she can't go anywhere that she wants to go, but if she goes certain places, she needs to be precautious, right? And even anything as saying, oh, you know what, I always say to them, have you seen what the police recommend women to do? If you literally see what the police on the website recommend, what the places that women shouldn't go, even the types of things that women should do, you basically say the police were misogynistic. but they're not. They're telling you it's about basically precautions.
Yeah.
And anyone that's come from like, you know, security background and stuff, we're all about mitigating scenarios and looking to what can happen.
Prevention.
Yeah.
Prevention, right? And I think we live in a world where everybody wants to. So we want to act like the boogeyman doesn't exist.
Yeah, tread carefully.
And
yeah,
the boogeyman does exist. And I would rather teach my kids the boogeyman is there, right? But people want to act like the boogeyman doesn't exist, and when something bad happens, then they want to cry woe is me. But I'm saying, how about we don't do that? How about we
Prevention, baby.
yeah, and that's only what it is. So I pretty much heard Andrew Tate. That's what I heard first from him, and I heard about his business stuff. It wasn't about none of the other stuff that people have kind of put together. So I want to ask you another question. Do you know that he has never formally been charged with any crime? Does that matter in your opinion of him?
I don't think it matters because he didn't do that crime, so he shouldn't. They shouldn't do that. Do you see what I'm saying? Because anyone that hasn't actually committed the crime and he's been locked up for that long, when there's no proof, you can't do that. And then, you know, if a woman did that, for example, you wouldn't take away all her property and stuff. You wouldn't seize it. They wouldn't get the same treatment as he did.
Yeah.
And that's not fair.
What about you? How do you feel? Did you know that he's never formally been charged?
Yeah, I knew that. So I'm nobody to say if he has done something or not, because bad things, you know, happen in this world. But
if a man has never been formally charged for something, but there's been the way he's been treated.
For sure, I believe in the Matrix. I believe there's some things behind all of this. I don't really believe.
What do you believe? Tell me.
I don't really believe.
What do you believe?
Oh, I think we shouldn't believe about anything we see on social media anyway.
Okay.
But I don't know. There's something that we don't know for sure that is happening. And come on. How many bad things happen in the world every day and they're putting so much effort on this guy? What is he actually doing? Like, okay, he might have done...
Apparently nothing, because he's not been charged.
Apparently. We don't know. Maybe he's a bad person, maybe he's not. We don't know. We don't know, and we were not there, so we will never know.
Yeah.
But is it not funny how much effort they put on this situation to put all the attention there and distract us from everything that is happening in the world right now? And he has a lot of influence. He's saving some people. Okay, he makes some people angry, but this is the game. Like, how many people are doing this?
Yeah.
And why him? Why just him so much? There's a reason behind it. 100% there's a reason behind him.
What do you feel about his assets being seized?
Do you know what it is? Like, I got it wrong. Weren't for understand that he was detained for over 10 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, but to detain your assets, there has to be some kind of laundering or fraud or something, some kind of financial like crime. So, and all of his thing was like trafficking. So unless they're saying he was trafficking humans and then putting them, why would you put the money in your account? You'd wash it first, no? So them just detaining his assets was pointless because they had him in prison anyway. But I don't know, maybe somebody can access his money, keep his money, I don't know. Just so he couldn't move it. Because if I went to prison and I had that much money, someone's gonna know how to get into my stuff and move my keys and send it to the Cayman. Someone's got to get in there. So
Someone's got to know. Someone has to know, man. What about you, Bush? Like, how do you feel about a man's assets being seized when, like you said, you don't even have to know the man, but you just clearly know that they haven't got anything on his man, and you know this guy's got Bugattis, Lamborghinis, Rolls Royces, you know.
Yeah, it's almost as if they are making an example of him. You understand? That's how it seems, that they're really trying to make an example of him. And the other thing what you mentioned, which seems weird, is if he's got no previous cases, never been charged before for anything, it's very extreme to put someone like that, to detain someone like that. You understand? Because people do crimes and like murder people and get bailed. You understand?
Yeah, facts.
Come on, this is...
So how is that, man? And they got nothing on him.
Yeah.
Because it still ain't been charged. You detain him, number one, you understand, and seizing his assets. I don't even know which is worse, but probably the freedom, you understand, the fact that they're
All of them
detained.
together, yeah.
And this don't make no sense. It's like they're really trying to make a example. And just like our friend here said, it's like, why so much attention on him? You understand? What is that all about?
I always believe, like, right, you know, people say, like, some people say there's no smoke without fire, but listen, there's no, they can't. There's no smoke. There's not even no smoke here.
Yeah,
there's not even no
exactly.
smoke here because at least if there was some type of smoke, you might find there's nothing. Because I think after 10 weeks or how long they've been investigating for and had someone, I think you would find a spark. You must find a spark.
Like even like the stuff with the women. Now they done wiretaps to show that the WhatsApp messages bits have been taken out.
Yeah.
Right.
What?
I just think when someone is really guilty, you don't have to really dig that hard. There should be something along, you know what I mean, along the surface that lets you know that person's guilty. So I just think when it comes to Andrew Tate, I think, you know, obviously social media and cancel culture has played a big part in it.
Oh yeah.
Jeez.
And you know, when you release someone after holding them and seizing their assets and still nothing happens, it's kind of like at some point we're just gonna wait and see, and then he's gonna come and give the biggest interview out, innit? And he's gonna be bigger than ever.
Yeah,
I think it's weird he got released.
People
on the
gonna see
31st.
him as God.
Yeah.
He got released on the day before April Fools.
Yeah.
They said he got released, wasn't it? On the was it 10 years since the Matrix got released? And I'm saying I don't really listen to conspiracy, but they always find something. But I don't know. Muz, should society operate as if Andrew Tate is guilty because of the crimes he's been investigated for, or do you believe that he's innocent until proven guilty?
Well, it's innocent until proven guilty, but also if he's got nothing from the past in his record, then there's no reason to, you know, that it just proves that, you know, if someone's so bait and that has so many followers and knows so many people, isn't someone going to come out and then say, well, no, because he's dodgy? Because no one's done that.
But don't you think, and so especially with social media and cancel culture, it is pretty much
yeah, but someone that knows him personally, kind of thing, because he obviously has a lot of connections and people know him personally, so someone would have said something. Also, it is innocent until proven guilty. It's like that for every other crime. So why is it different when it's him?
I don't know. Why is it?
I don't know either.
What about you?
Innocent until proved guilty, 100%.
But do you feel as if? Why do you feel as if that we're not seeing that here, or are we seeing that here?
Because of social media, like, come on, people make it look the way they want to make it look. Anyway, it depends how much follower you have, and you know how many views you're gonna get, and how big the video gonna be. You know, viral, and people gonna believe it. You know. I wanted to say something I forgot. Is innocent until proved guilty. Yeah. Because if you think about how many people out there, as we say before, like they are outside living their best life. You know, I have a trial that I have to be for, let's say, sexual, SA. Okay. And I had to wait 2 years. Now it's been 2 years. I have to wait another 3 months and 1 week to be in the situation.
Wait, hold on a second. Wait, what are you saying? You have a trial for SA?
Yeah. Well, I have to be in court.
Well, that you're involved in currently now, or previously?
It happened 2 years ago, but I had to wait 2 years. And now he is outside living his best life, able to travel and everything. So and have all the proof in the world and blah, blah, blah. So if he's outside, he still have a chance, you know, to work, to be free and everything. He has, nobody has proof for this guy. My guy is outside, I have all the proof in the world. This guy, no proof, has been in, how you say?
In jail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, how is this? Like, it just depends. It just depends who you made angry. Done. And how much power you have, how much influence you have on people. Because you have a big influence, they gotta stop you. You have nobody, you know what I mean? Oh yeah, you know, keep doing all the crime you want. You are nobody anyway. Yeah, okay, another 2-3 girls, who cares? Yeah. Another number. That's how it is. That's basically how it is. It's not about the crime or what he did. It's about who he is. Nobody cares about what he did.
Bush, do you think that Andrew Tate should stay in Romania? Because that's currently where he is in Romania. And initially, he went to Romania because he was talking about how easy it was to live there and how crooked it was, yeah? And that's why he loved the country. Basically, that's why he went there. But the same country that you said that basically was the reason you went there.
They got paid.
Yeah, it got backfired. So do you think he should stay in Romania? And what do you think the next steps would be for him if he was released?
You know, I was talking to someone in regard to him, and they knew more about him and stuff like that, and they're quite affluent himself. And they was like, he was in Dubai for a long time, and while he was in Dubai, they said he was protected. the sheets.
He's converted to Muslim.
Okay.
So now Dubai would probably make the best sense for him.
Okay, so I didn't really know. Again, like
but it's cool. But
it's good to get the
this what I'm trying to say to you. Yeah,
it's good conversation. Yeah.
Essentially, all you have to kind of know is the basics of a man and what he's being accused of versus what they have on him.
Yeah.
And then you look at how they treating him.
Yeah.
And you get
maths, yeah. But from what that brother was telling me, he was living good in Dubai.
Good.
They had him protected. Yes, and no one could really chat to him. You know, Dubai, they got their own.
He's got his own private plane.
Laws. See, I'm saying.
Yeah, his thing's different.
Yeah, so my man was saying that he was nice out there. The top sheiks and then people there had him, and he was good. So he was trying to say he shouldn't have left there. Because again, it works both ways. Because let's just say he was doing funny stuff. You understand? Hypothetically, and he's in Dubai. You understand? From the way the guy was explaining to me, he wasn't saying that he was doing funny, but he was saying they've got him and no one could touch him in Dubai. You understand? Because Dubai, they're a law unto themselves. You understand? So it kind of works both ways. Then he's left there. He's gone out into the world, so to speak. Yeah. And they've grabbed him. You understand? But it's also saying what our friend here was saying. It's like I look at it like he's making everyone a lot of money. Yeah. He's right now. He's worth a lot. You understand?
He's worth a lot of money, man.
Regardless of what people think of the situation, he's making everyone so much money right now. You understand? So it's probably these people. They're pulling strings as much as they're stopping his money. They're making bare money out of him as well. So they're probably going to keep him on a lula for as long as they can, and extract, while he's sitting down not making the money. They're making money off through media channels and stuff like that. He ain't really making that money, but it's still money's being generated.
Off the hype of him and off the
exactly. And someone's making that money.
Yeah, 100%.
The people who are making that money are funny enough. They're probably the powers of P who run most of these things, because when you chase back the little rabbit hole,
whenever you chase it back,
they always run the thing anyway. So it's like, okay, they're pulling all the street. These people, they're weird. They play at both sides of the fence. You understand? They do funny things. You understand? They're making money off that. You understand? And they're doing the other thing, and they're still making money off that. You understand? And he's in the middle, kind of like it seems like he's a puppet at the moment. You understand? And just getting.
Someone did say that to me before. So what about you, Daniel? What do you think he should stay in Romania? Like, if that was you, what would your next move be?
Do you know what? I heard the reason why he went to Romania was because he was going there to lay low. And so he was hiding out in Romania.
Yeah.
And the way that he got caught was he done a story or something, and the pizza boxes were
I heard something to do with Greta Thunberg. It was some wild story, but was it really?
Nah, that Greta Thunberg thing was stupid.
Yeah,
but apparently, this is how they got caught in Romania, because they're hiding out in Romania. But even though
how can you hide that when you have a
exactly.
You can't
make sense.
That's what I'm saying. They were saying
you have a jet, bro. You fly in, bro. There's no way you're hiding out, bro.
Change the manifest.
No, wait, listen, they know you're coming in.
Yeah,
there's no way that they don't know you're coming in. Like,
I don't know. The story was when he got nicked. Yeah, he was hiding out in Romania.
No, you weren't hiding out.
That's what they say, and then they said the reason why
he just came from the UK, and he just came from the UK, and he did
I saw
and he flew back, and then it was after that.
You got nabbed.
Yeah, literally.
So the whole thing about the pizzas, the pizza boxes. That's what I'm saying. You never know.
He's been flying in and out, living his best life. He was giving interviews with Piers Morgan. I thought this guy was cancelled. He came back even stronger. Every time I looked on TV, I could see him on YouTube. I could see him. So I was like, and then all of a sudden, then he got arrested. So it was a little bit like,
what the hell?
Yeah, it was like.
So my thing is, why did he go to Romania? Like, if he was hiding out, what they said he was doing, because he said something he had to hide or whatever. But then apparently he is Romanian. Is he not?
I don't think he's black. I don't know. He says mixed race. I
don't know. That's what I'm saying.
Why
be in Romania? But I heard he's on house arrest now, so he can't even leave if he wants to.
Like, the way everything's linked up and digital, I don't think a man of that stature could be hiding.
He's not hiding. He's outside.
I thought it was weird that he was hiding.
When you have a Bugatti and Lambo, you don't hide. That's the worst way to hide.
When you go in a country, you need passport and all these things.
His fans are so loyal anyway.
So that don't seem to.
Yeah, that's fine.
Make
Hi, do you want to just pick up that phone for me as you come in, please?
Let me go toilet while you're coming in as well.
Welcome.
I'm gonna go toilet while
go. Do you want to just jump in?
Do I just sit
down? Yeah, just sit down. Put your on silent.
Sorry I'm late, guys. I'm so sorry.
No problem.
Hi.
Y'all guys it's a wild one today.
So is it a break or we are still recording?
No, we're good to go. Hi. So who are you then?
Are we filming right
now? We are filming right now.
Guys, I'm so sorry that I'm late.
Why are you late for?
I've tried really hard to be early, but it's very difficult for me to be early to places. But I tried my best. It's only 30 minutes.
Thanks, man. So what's your name? Where you from?
My name is Hope Lavina, and I'm from Manchester, but I live in London.
So Hope, where have we seen you before? Tell everybody where we've seen you from. Go on, you have to. Go on, let everyone know where we've seen you from.
I don't know. Maybe TikTok, maybe BBC. I don't know.
What was you doing on BBC?
It was basically like a reality show. So yeah, it was literally just like a reality show where we're doing like amazing challenges. Like I climbed up a cliff, swam in the ocean. I cried a lot. Like I was always crying. Like on the.
Why
show.
was you crying on the show?
Because they were making me climb up cliffs and swim in the ocean, and like I climbed out of a cave as well. Like it was very scary.
What made you go on that show?
I got scouted.
You got scouted from where?
A talent agency person scouted me. And yeah, and the show is literally for people that kind of like want to change their life. So like people that feel like lost in life or like stuck. So when we're doing all of them challenges, it was kind of to like get through all of our struggles kind of thing. So I feel like mentally it helped me like a lot. Like I'm a completely different person from who I was before we started, before we did the show to now. Like completely. So.
How have you like the feedback from social media when people have seen you? How's it been for you?
It's been good. I've only had one bad comment that I've seen. So
what did they say?
I posted it and then someone was like, they're just letting anyone on reality shows, and I was like, oh, okay, cool.
What are the comments they give me? They're just giving anyone a podcast now.
But no, it's been really positive like feedback, especially because like I felt a bit insecure because on that show like it was in the Dominican Republic, so it was like extremely hot and like we're doing mad challenges like. I was the only black girl on the show. Like there was just a lot of insecurity, and I have eczema. Like my ex was not showing now, but like I had raging eczema at that time. Like it was terrible, like on my neck, everything. And obviously because the people that are filming this show are white people, they don't think like when they're doing the shots. So like they'll be doing shots near my neck.
What, they're doing you dirty?
Yeah, when there's like
No, they knew. They knew. They just like they knew. They was like, no, we're gonna do
like
you dirty.
they'll literally be putting it on the driest spots of my skin, and I was like,
They're
oh
gonna
my
do you
god.
dirty.
So I was really scared about it. I was really scared about how people were gonna be, but everyone was like very nice to me and like very supportive. So I liked it.
So Hope, do you want to tell them how we met?
We met on the Shade Bar podcast.
Yeah, shout out to the Shade Bar. They toxic us.
And yeah, he was being.
They are though. They're just bad vibes, but good
and
vibes.
guys,
but...
if you want to watch it, he was saying some crazy.
What did I
things.
say?
What was it? One of the things he said was women need to. Don't be triggered. He said women need to go in the kitchen and make a sandwich. Yeah, see the way she's looking at you.
No, I laugh. I make this joke though.
No.
Fucking hell.
You do, but I didn't just say that. I
forgot why you said it. Though,
basically, I'll tell you why I said it, because they was talking about women with money, and when a man has money, a woman directly benefits. Mm-hmm. When a woman has money, she uses it as a tool to emasculate men and say the reason why she doesn't need men and why certain. Do you understand? So us as men, we have forever been spending our money on women. Even when we're in the minus, we'll be committing crimes to finance women, right? But essentially, women will have money and they'll use it as a tool. But we're like, we don't care about your money. The reason we don't care about your money or your home is because unless you can give me access to your home, I could turn it to HMO, or you have money and you're going to give me money to use it, then in reality, what does it care about your money? And we're not attracted to money as women are attracted to a man with money. It's not something that we look for. So when I was like, women will be talking about this, 6 figures, this, that, whatever, but we're like, nah, just get in the kitchen, make my sandwich. 'Cause that's what I want. Like, so I don't mean it in a wild way. I just mean it in like, yo, like.
The comments are gonna be like, oh, podcast.
But if it's a sandwich, it's easy.
Yeah, and they'll be
I
like,
don't have to cook.
You see,
it's a sandwich.
you see them cooking me all day. They'll be like, Yeah, I don't even have to read the comments. They'll be like, they cooking me all day long.
Buy a meal deal from Tesco.
You know what? It's important there, because I was waiting to see what you was going to say. But you know what's important? What you said to me. This is what I want.
Yeah.
And people shouldn't. You can't really. Not that they shouldn't. People should do what they want. But if that's what you want, that's what you want. There's nothing wrong with that. You understand? That's what you want. You understand?
Standing of preference. So then we spoke about about body count, right?
Wait, two seconds. Because you're saying it's a preference, but I think you're not understanding. It's the way that you're saying things.
What's the way?
I 100% understand what you're saying.
What's the way? How do I say things?
The way that you're saying things, that you're like, oh, a woman should get in the... You know how that's going to make a person feel, like, especially on the stereotypes of like women being housewives and shit like that. And then you're saying, oh, a woman should just go in the kitchen and make
but I didn't.
it's sounding
No, but that's
extremely
what a man
misogynist.
wants.
Yeah.
A man wants his woman to cook
You want
for
your
him.
woman to make a sandwich. You
No, I want her to make a flaming. She could have gone in the kitchen and cooked. She go, I want more than a sandwich. She's going in the kitchen. But if I'm at home, and I got a woman, that's what I want. I don't want to be in the kitchen.
And then that wrong with that.
Like, I'll be in the kitchen if I want to be, but really and truly,
You
I got a
don't,
woman at home. Alright,
Okay, so how come you
make
guys
something
get
to eat.
offended then when girls are in the comments and they're saying things like, oh, I want a man that makes 6 figures. I want a man that can pay
But
for
give
my
me 6
nails,
figures
can
and
pay-
make me a sandwich.
Yeah, but you guys don't act like that. You guys don't act like that. You guys start crying. You guys start being like, no, we should split the bill. We should split the... If you want a girl to do all of that, if you want a girl to do everything for you, that's
A
fine.
man's only asking a girl to split the bill if he ain't enjoying the date. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah.
Otherwise, he ain't asking.
If the man is asking to split the bill, I'll be honest with you.
You ain't seeing me again.
I'm just gonna be honest with you. Yeah, just-
This is friend zone territory.
And this is the
why I
thing,
date.
right? This is the thing, right? I see people like, oh, people had got trolls messaging me telling me, oh, why are you telling this young girl all about her? But they don't actually understand this. They're always having a cool conversation. Like, do you
Yeah,
get
it
me?
was actually calm. That clip was really like
Yeah,
mental.
bad.
Like,
I know,
it was actually a calm
Yeah,
conversation.
it was a calm conversation. They clickbaited me, but I don't mind it.
It was so
and everyone hates
calm.
me, but it's fine because they're like, "Oh, why are you trying to?" No, I'm not policing the body, because in actual fact, she was agreeing. I was just saying, look, end of the day is like a woman has the right to wear what she wants. The woman has the right to go where she wants. A woman has the right to sleep with who she wants consensually. But along with those rights, I have rights too. So that means that you can sleep with 10, 20, 50, 100 men, that's up to you. But that does not mean that I have to accept that. And if you have a problem with that, yeah, and if you try to label it as me trying to police women or shaming women, what you're trying to say is you do not believe in equality. That's a standard and preference I have for myself. Now, a lot of women, they fall short of that standard and preference.
What do you mean about equality? That part doesn't make sense.
No, because you want to be able to do what we want with your body, as you should be, but I should be able to choose what I do with my body too, and who I allow access to my body. And you don't like that. You want, not you personally, but what women want to do is they want to, not you personally. You wanna live your best lives. You know, do what you want, sleep with who you want. That's fine. But then ultimately, when you meet a man and he may not want that, all of a sudden you want to start shaming and telling him about he's insecure. It's not that I'm insecure. I just don't want the type of
just don't
woman
want
that
99 men
chooses
before me.
to make those decisions. That is nothing against you. I never make a comment on people that do, adult industry or corn stars. They live their life. They do whatever. People that want to be on a street corner, whatever. I'll never say nothing. Escorts, they can live their life. But if you want to be my girl, if I meet you out and I find out, I will say something. And what I will say is that is not for me. And that's all it is. Why is that a problem?
That is not a problem, but it's like, why you say that? Like I
just explained.
No, but like no one's asking men to say this. The only issue that girls have is that men will just be saying it 24/7. Like, I want to go that dresses like this. I want to go that. Just say it to the girl when you've met this girl that you want. Then say it to her. Oh, I like you because you have a low body count. But you don't need to make other girls that have high body counts feel less valuable.
Hold on a
Like, you
second.
don't need to say
You
it.
make men that have less money feel less valuable.
Oh
I like
my
that. I like
God,
that.
Is this where we're going?
No, wait. I like that. Tell me
You
about
can't
that.
do that
gonna
double
see
standards.
A little bit of wine.
And
How's it going?
Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad.
Guys, go on. Go on.
How does that make sense? I'm not making a man that doesn't have money feel less valuable. I'm saying
How do you know that?
Everything you're saying is right. Everything you're saying is correct. If you want a woman that has a low body count, that is fine, but you don't need to go screaming it at the top of your voice. Me, I would want a man.
I wasn't really screaming it.
Sorry,
No, I'm just saying men in general. I'm not saying you were
Sorry,
screaming.
Bush, go on.
let me interject and say something which cuts it kind of to the chase. Like, when you love yourself and you're proud of yourself and you're proud of what your actions, what you're doing, you understand? You're doing them because you want to do them and you really love what you're doing. No one can make you feel any type of way or insecure, you know. Only you can make yourself feel a type of way. You understand? So if you sit with, as a woman, you sit with 100 men and someone's like trying to throw shade on you, if you done that willingly, that's because that's what you wanted to do, you wouldn't feel no type of way because you're proud of it. You understand? And that's what it sounds like. This is, and there's a lot of like you're right in saying there's a lot of double standards. There's definitely a lot of double standards, and like most of the time it's not in men's favour, you understand? But this is just the way of life, you understand? It's
So Bush, there's lots of double standards. Some play in favour of men, some play in favour of women. Now,
Yeah.
when a woman's in her prime years, 18 to 28, and she can have access to the best men, and you know the guys want to spend money on her, and she's not looking at the guys which haven't got the cars and the guys which haven't got no money, like you're saying, you're not feeling sorry for them, right? Do you know what I'm saying? To you? And that's when it plays to you. So this is the why when I speak to younger women, I try to give you advice what the older women won't give you, because once you get to 28 to 30, now what happens is this is where the war starts. This is the education that I give you, right? And women in their 30s, they're directly in competition with you directly for the same types of men, whether they like it or not. Because you know, big man move to you. You know how it is, right? When you're outside, right? That's how it is. So a lot of times I tell you, live your best life. Don't worry about it, girl. You don't need to get a man. Don't worry about body count. Men are insecure. But what they're trying to say is, because they messed up, and they want you to be in the same position they are. Whereas us men, what we tend to do is when we see younger men and women, we'll be like, actually, you know what? You might not want to do this or do that because it might lead to this.
Okay, let me ask you a question. Are you in a successful relationship?
Currently, right now,
Yeah.
no.
Okay, are you?
Why are you?
No, I'm just asking.
This
are
is.
you?
This is.
No, I'm just asking.
This,
Are you?
This is.
Are you in a successful relationship?
What do you?
I'm just asking.
What's a successful relationship?
I'm just asking. Are you? Is anybody here?
I am in a
Nobody here.
successful
Nobody
relationship.
here is
No,
in
no.
a relationship.
No,
But you're all having conversations about what
Miss-
makes you a good person to be in a relationship.
Miss, slow it down for a second. I'm in a very successful relationship and have been for a very, very long time. That successful relationship is with myself. And first, you need to love yourself. You understand? And be in love with yourself first.
I'll be.
Say again?
What
you're
you
mumbling.
find-
Yes,
I'll be honest with you.
you're
We was having a
mumbling.
different conversation and you changed it.
I'm so sorry.
I want to
We
get
weren't
back.
even
No, go on.
talking
So
about
what did you?
Yeah.
No, I'm just saying it's just like I feel like you shouldn't have all of these standards towards relationships if you're not in a relationship. I'm in a relationship. I've been with my boyfriend for 2 years. A very successful, the most amazing relationship.
You're not
that I've
married.
been. We're going to get married.
So you're not successful. So so this is what I'm trying to say to you. A successful relationship is one that ends in marriage. And until you are, you're just a girlfriend, you're just a boyfriend, and that doesn't classify, doesn't mean anything. Trust me.
You know what? Again,
But that's not even what I want to speak about.
no,
It's
but we were talking about
I was talking about
something.
something else. I would like to get back to. I just told her she's not in a successful relationship. Like, is this what you? No, but this is not what we were speaking about. But ultimately, it's a successful relation that once ends in marriage and kids, and I wish that for you. And I'm gonna be there. And
You know what?
Lovely.
That's
Yeah?
just an opinion of a successful relationship. Could you know where you say this, and this is the last point of this. Yesterday I was thinking, like, when I was younger, I wanted to get married. You understand? That was what I thought a successful relationship ends like looks like at the end. You understand? And as I've got older, I realized to myself, I don't really want to get married. You know, because getting married is you're buying into a Western culture, and it's all about money. And then when you get divorced, it's about money, and it just causes more issues and more problems. To me, being successful is being with your partner, having a true understanding, you understand, and rolling out. You understand? If you want to have a big party and a celebration by a dress, then cool, we could do that. You understand? And this is where my ideology is now around love and relationships. You understand? Plus, the other thing, again, there's no wrong or right to anything, but my thing is quite non-judgmental, you understand? So
no, not judgmental. Anyway, you was debating the conversation.
anyway,
we had a whole conversation.
You didn't come
and
in
you come to this.
She ain't done. She ain't
Don't worry, she ain't done. You want to cook some more? Don't worry, we got a stove.
Turn it up.
Don't worry.
No. I don't want to. I'm not annoyed. It's just I just found it very weird when the conversation shifted because she was like, "Oh, but you want a man with money." That doesn't make any logical sense. But it's okay. Let's just carry on. But I just found that part just very triggering.
No.
you don't want a man
Let's
with
just
money.
No, it's just the way she said it. Like it's just very girls like that. Just it's so confusing to me. It's okay. Let's just.
It's
carry
okay.
on.
Can we move
Yeah,
on?
let's just.
Boy,
move
this-
on. That
Okay,
was just
cool.
so
The tears
strange.
spill out now,
So
man.
we had, you know who Andrew Tate is, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so we was having a whole conversation about Andrew
Okay.
Tate. You missed a lot of part of it, but what I will say is, do you feel he's been released from he's been
one
released
fly.
from Romanian jail after serving over 10 weeks in prison, and he's been released without charge. They've taken over 3.9 million worth of his assets. He's currently on house arrest, and there's still nothing. Do you feel it's fair that they've taken away his assets, stripped him of his assets, even though he hasn't been charged for anything?
Well, obviously not, but I feel like there's something deeper that I actually like Andrew Tate, like, despite people not. I don't like him, but I like Like I watch his videos.
What do you like about Andrew Tate?
Like I like some of it, like his values. Like I feel like please don't hate me.
First of all,
no, I'm just
first of all, it's your opinions, and we don't care about what people think about opinions because you're entitled to have them, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So go on.
I feel like
they might hate you still.
I know that's what I'm like, but this is just my opinion. I feel like in this generation, there's not a lot of there's a lot of people that us girls can look up to. Yeah. Like despite you guys not agreeing, like people like Megan Thee Stallion. Like I feel like she's really helped with like body positivity, or like Lizzo. I'm a bigger girl, and she's helped me like feel confident like within myself. So there's lots of like inspirations for like girls and like, different sections.
So Lizzo's made you feel more confident with yourself.
100%.
No, that's cool. I'm just asking. Yeah.
Why are you asking like that?
No, because I haven't heard no one say that.
Everyone says that. That's the whole point of her. Because she's a big girl, she gives confidence.
I don't really know too many big girls, I'll be honest. I'm just being real. I don't.
Oh, my train ticket. Anyway.
I don't.
Anyway. As I was saying, but yeah, I feel like there's not a lot of like inspirations for like men, like who can men like really look up to? Do you get what I'm saying? But I feel like Andrew Tate, despite him, I feel like the only bad thing is that he also caters to a younger audience, and I feel like that is really detrimental.
Why do you feel that's
Why?
A lot of the words that he says, a lot of young people can misinterpret it. So, for example, he said before that if he like. He indicates that, like he said, he wants a woman to be in the kitchen. But if you actually watch the video, the thing that he's saying is that if he has a woman, he's going to pay for absolutely everything for that woman. And all he would want in return is for that woman to be a housewife, to clean and cook for him and look after him.
Do you think that's a bad deal?
No, I think that's what I want. That's how I want my life to be. So it's not bad at all. But I feel like a lot of younger people can misinterpret everything that he's saying and see it as like, women should be in the kitchen, women should be this,
Is that Andrew Tate's fault?
It's not Andrew Tate's fault, but I'm just saying that is where it becomes, do you know what I mean? That's where it becomes bad, because a lot of men misinterpret or they hear what they want to hear. And Andrew Tate, he does say a lot of things which are misogynistic, but I understand that he's doing it to get views and.
What does he say that's misogynistic? What do you mean?
I don't know an exact quote. I've been asked. But you're saying it like I don't like Andrew Tate. I genuinely I actually watch his videos, and
not even like that though. But people say stuff to me like, "Oh, you say misogynistic things." I say, "What did I say?" And they will tell me nothing.
Okay.
So
I know you said.
So what it tends to be is they don't like my tone. They don't like what I say. It's not I haven't said something that's bad. They just don't like what I say. They don't like I have a voice. They don't like, and ultimately, see, I see this every day, and this is partly why I'm not going nowhere. I'm not going nowhere. I am not going nowhere. We ain't going nowhere. The reason I'm not going nowhere is because I don't have to go anywhere. Like, people subscribe and people subscribe and they've told me they want me here, so why would I go anywhere? I have a voice. And it gets them mad. Oh, not another podcast. Oh, no more men with their podcast. Oh, the government put mics in the hood and now the man them can't stop chatting and hotting up there. Yes, another podcast. And because people want it. And so I said it before, it's not just podcasting we're doing, we're learning broadcasting. The man them are learning editing, the man them are learning filming, camera, the man them are learning lighting. The man them are learning a lot of stuff, photography. You know what I'm trying to say to you, what's going on right now. So it's like recruiting, getting guests on. There's a lot of things that people are learning, like, and to just reduce it to, oh, not another podcast is what people do, because it's quite easy to take shots at people. But to put yourself out there, and even like what you said on the show and what you did, it's not easy, like, especially to expose yourself to the world. So this is what people do. But I think
we're going completely off topic.
No, but
what's
it's my show. I'm talking about. You're gonna tell? Oh my gosh. I mean, you're gonna come. Wait. You're gonna come in half an hour late. You're gonna come in half an hour late. Yeah. You're going.
I need to.
Wait. We get there
now.
Do you know why you're not thinking? Because you're not listening. This is what I do.
I'm listening, but
go on, tell me what.
So carry on. So you said Andrew Tate. Some people. I'm just saying. I'm really interested in this conversation. I want to carry on. You said Andrew Tate. What were you saying? You were saying that it's the tone of his voice?
No, I'm saying, like, I don't say anything misogynistic, right? Yeah. I've never, because listen.
You said phrases that can be indicated as misogyny.
No, but What phrase did I say? That's
Like when you said the woman getting in the kitchen, you know how this indicates. You know, I know. Everyone knew in the room when we were filming what the reaction was.
No, but I didn't say I want women in the kitchen on her feet, on her hands and knees, and not doing anything, and not being able to get sunlight. I said we as men, the reason why we don't care about your money is because we are not attracted to money. And when women look to a man, money is you're already talking about money, but none of us think to ourselves we want money. So
no, I didn't say your point. But what we want. But what I'm saying is when you say that little phrase, listen, people are gonna pick up on.
But why are they not listening? Men want fit. We want you to be fit, yeah? That's what we want. We want feminine women, yeah? Yeah, we pride purity, yeah? We pride youth. This is what men want, right, yeah? So when a woman's coming leading with her money and stuff, that's what you look towards in a man. We don't look to a woman with money. There's the things that we look for. So if she has all that money, that's great. But from the moment you meet a man, he starts spending on you, taking you on dates. Before a woman spends on you, it's usually a while before a woman spends on a man, right? She has to be in a relationship with a man. For men, we spend from the moment we meet you. That's it. We're spending. It's something completely different. So, the reason we don't care about your money is because we don't spend it. We would like a sandwich. We would like motherly, homely things, wifey things. This is what we care about. We don't care about the other stuff. So I said it in a way that, just get in the kitchen and make a sandwich. But essentially, that's what men want. We want a woman that will cook for us. We want that.
And as I said, your point is completely valid. But that's like, for example, I don't necessarily want a broke guy.
That's fine.
I want a guy that's able to provide for me.
That's okay.
I want a guy that's able to provide for me and give me money or whatever. But imagine if now I'm like, I just want
give
a guy
me money
that's able
or whatever.
to provide.
Wait, hold on a second.
Because these broke niggas, like I fucking hate these broke niggas. But I want a guy. It just really takes away from the point.
Oh, but did I say okay?
One little
all right, cool. Let's do that.
Said.
Did I say, you know what? I want a girl to make me a sandwich because these bitches ain't making me no sandwich? No, you just create it. You just move the goalpost.
But
that's not how I delivered the message.
Little phrases in your message. Yeah. That's what people are gonna pick up.
I know.
People tend to pick up on the negativity.
I love it. I love it.
Fair enough.
Do you know why? Because there's enough spaces where women can go and say whatever they want, and men will pander to them and you're the prize, blame men, da 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 da. Oh yeah, single mother, yeah. I'm not one of those spaces. I'm your big brother. I'm going to speak to you how I protect my sister. I've got 3 sisters and they're all married, all with child. There's a reason why my dad has got that. My brother's married as well. I'm the only one that isn't, and I will be. That's why I don't have a baby mother. It's what I prescribe to, right? So every time I speak to a woman, I speak to how I speak to my sisters. Like, listen, you could do whatever you want with your body, but at the end of the day, when you end up in your 30s and you're crying like these women in their 30s, yeah, because the men like us are not picking them because of the choices they made, they're not going to tell you this. They're going to tell you it's all about you. They're going to tell you, it's the men's fault. You're going to find out. And then you know what happens then? They become very humble. Now they want to start cooking and making a sandwich. Oh, you got 2 youths. Oh, by Chad and Tyrone and Jerome. Oh, 3 even.
Chad and Tyrone.
Now you want to...
Now you can get more than a sandwich.
Yeah, and this is the thing. They start to get humble in their 30s. Yeah, late 30s, they start to get real humble when they come with extra baggage, right? And what I'm trying to say to you is they're not going to tell you this. Like, I'm happy that you're in a relationship. Like, all that stuff is good. I like that. That's fine. But essentially, I try to speak to you in a way that men won't speak to you and women won't speak to you. That's all. But yeah, back to Andrew Tate. Do you his assets? I didn't ask you about his assets. About them taking his cars and...
No, it's not fair. I don't think it's fair. I already say what I think anyway, but yeah, no, I do not agree with that. Absolutely.
You don't agree with that, no?
I wish they do that with everybody.
Well, with your case, yeah?
Yeah, every case, every other woman that are waiting, you know, and men too. There are many men in the same situation, even worse.
So just talking about what we're speaking about with how he says his message and how he delivers it and how I deliver my message, do you think Andrew Tate should continue on social media?
100%. I really think, as I was trying to say before, I think he's an inspiration for men. I don't think a lot of men have a person they can look up to that would tell you to like get off your ass and go and work and go and make money and go and do this and go and do that. Like, I feel like he inspires like a lot of people. Especially, I wouldn't recommend people to buy it, but at one point I did use Hustlers University, and like even in that, like it's very like motivational. Like, it will really motivate you to like get off your ass and like do something. Like there's not many men that you can really look up to. So I feel like that's Andrew Tate's whole point, that in this generation everyone's kind of gone soft and there's no like real leaders or what he sees as a leader. So I think he's a good. I don't think he's done bad things, but I think his overall message is good. I think he's a very powerful person. He could do a lot of good.
Bush, what about you? Do you think he should continue with his message on social media, or should he, after this, he should just disappear and go private? Or you think like once he gets released, should he just disappear? Or just keep low into the drama? Like, what should he do?
I mean, personally, I don't know. Yeah,
What would you do?
I believe in myself and what I'm saying more times. So I'm gonna go out there and be on social media and be even more harder because he's got a passion. He believes in what he's saying. You understand? That's why he's saying it with such a velocity. So he wants people to tune in and listen. So he shouldn't really come off social media because if he did that, in a way, he's gonna be succumbing to the pressure of the people. Then, but the other flip side of it is he's very powerful himself, but these people are like 100 times more powerful than him. And when them people that tell you certain things, you understand, sometimes, you understand, I don't know, depending on what kind of person you are, you understand, he might, for his own peace of mind and, you understand, to persevere himself, you understand, or preserve himself, so he might have to just call it, you understand. But yeah, to me, I think let's go all guns blazing, man, you understand, you've got a voice, you understand, he may as well go even harder on social media, man, that's what it's there for anyway. And that's where he's making his money as well.
What about you? What do you think Tate should do? Should he stay on social media or should he go private till this storm is over? Or maybe after this whole thing, he should just leave social media for good and just be rich and just like...
I don't think so.
What do you think?
I don't think he should, because I think he brings a lot of controversy to whatever's going on, and I think that everything's very controlled and he kind of has people thinking more about other things.
Yeah.
And I think that's good, but whether he'll be able to or not might be... Whether he'll be able to or not, I don't know. But
so you wouldn't. So you think he should stay outside? He shouldn't disappear.
No, I think he should do it.
Yeah, he should stay outside.
Listen, Andrew Tate is not going anywhere. Did you not see that video of him walking up and down with the cigar? He's got like...
He was basically doing the pace. You know what he's doing? He was pacing the distance of his cell. Yeah. You see how big his yard was? He was just of his cell. What about you? Like, do you think he should keep it low key? Like during now, if he's free, should he just leave social media for good and just like, because he's rich in it, you don't need it.
Do you know what it is? I'll be honest. I didn't realize Andrew Tate was as big as he is until he got nicked.
Bro, they made him bigger.
I just thought he was an Instagram guy.
They made him bigger though.
They did kickboxing.
They made him bigger.
Become an Instagram guy. I thought that was his thing. So when they nicked him, I said, right, so what's so special about him?
Yeah.
Because I didn't realize, for him to get nicked, for them to be watching him and make up the stories, whatever they have, he's obviously a lot bigger than I pursued him to be. So he ain't going nowhere. Like he's cooking now. He's watch. He's pacing up and down, smoking a cigar for a reason. I know. Yeah. Something else is coming. Something's cooking. He's not going. Like, where's he gonna go? What's he gonna do?
Yeah.
Like he enjoys what he does. Yeah. He says the things that most of us think, and a lot of us won't say. Yeah. More people probably agree with him slightly, but won't agree with him in public. Yeah. Because it's not the thing to do. You know. So really and truly, he says what you want to say. So where's he going? If you think a man with that much personality is going to go and lay low now and disappear?
Julia, same with you. What do you think? Should he?
I think he should. Well, I think he should stay, but they just prove all his point by doing everything they've done. Literally, like now people are gonna see him as God. Okay. Literally, he's fun for sure. He's gonna get bigger.
All right, guys, we want to get on to the next topic. So, boss B for life. Are you ready for it? So, modern women are getting their own and getting to the bag. Get into the bag. Do you like that saying? I'm getting the bag. Do the girls say that? Look.
No.
You don't say it. You ain't heard of get in the bag? You don't hear I'm gonna get your bag?
Obviously. Do you watch Baddies West?
I just started watching. It's wild.
No, do you watch Baddies West?
I just started watching it.
Natalie's always like, we gotta get to the bag.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, that's.
We gotta get to the bag. I don't want to be fighting anymore.
All right, cool. They're getting their degrees. They're creating businesses. They're buying houses and standing shoulder to shoulder with the men in society. While men have traditionally provided for their wives and children, women are earning enough to do the same. But are these boss women ready to be the provider for life and deal what comes along with that? Let's paint the picture of what life might look like. A recent study of the BBC in 2019 found that 26% of women in the UK make more money than their partner, and 30% of women make more money than their partner in the US. The article blames the pay gap and other social issues for these findings. 1. Women are slowly making progress in catching up to the male percentage of breadwinners, with an 18% increase from 2004 to 2019. 2. Women are 50% more likely to divorce their husbands if they earn more money. 3. That's on top of the 70 to 80% divorces initiated by women currently in society, and 90% if they are college educated. Both men and women are more likely to cheat when the women are the breadwinner. Damn. The male significantly more so. Couples and marriages where the female is the breadwinner report the highest level of marital dissatisfaction as well. If a woman makes more than her male partner, it's a commonplace for the couple to lie about who makes more in the marriage or the relationship when the woman earns more, to avoid typical shaming responses from their friends, families, colleagues, and often exaggerate their male's income. And additionally, women in the female household feel a need to compensate for the disruption of the traditional gender norms in a relationship or marriages because they make more money. This can include doing more housework, spending more money on their male spouse or overbearing mother, etc. So, I'm going to start to the women. Hope, would you consider yourself a career woman? And if so, are you prepared to support a man and a family? And I'm not talking building up a man. This is a lifetime of supporting a man and his family.
Yeah, with me, I already know what I want to do in life. Like, I want to do TV, music, and social media. They're like my main goals.
Yeah.
Obviously, I'm not making enough income off that, but I know in the future I'm gonna make millions, guys. But if it wasn't for me wanting to do that, I'd very happily be a housewife. I really don't.
This is no. Okay.
No, I don't want to be providing for my man.
So you don't. So if you was making millions, you would not be prepared to provide for your man.
If I was making millions, I would be prepared, but only if I was making millions. Like if I'm making just a normal income and he's making a normal income, but I'm making more than him, I'm not gonna provide for him. He's not a baby. Like I'm not gonna provide for him.
But when a man does it for a woman, are they providing for you? Are you a baby?
No, but my man's also not gonna be cooking and cleaning the whole house. I'm gonna be doing that because it would.
So cooking and cleaning comes at a cost, monetary value to you.
Listen, okay. I just don't think as a woman.
No, it's fine.
No. As a woman, I just feel like, and I mean this in the most respectful way possible. If it's a thing where my man's gone broke for 2 months and I'm holding it down, then I'm paying the rent. I really do not mind doing that whatsoever.
3 months,
3 months, 4 months, 6
years?
months. I wouldn't even mind. Even a year. If I
2 years.
You wanna keep going?
No. Wait.
Hold on. No. But you know what?
Basically,
sorry. Do you know what I'm trying to say to you? Yeah, it's because this is what men do all the time, every single day. And the reason why I said to you we don't care about your money is because even when you have it, you don't want to spend it. And when we don't have it, we still spend it. So a man saying that I don't care about your money is not disrespectful, because I know you're not going to spend it on me. And you don't think, see, when a man's always thinking about, when a man, like providing, right? Cool, but you're not thinking about providing. You're thinking about what you can do for yourself, and this is what I want for my career. That's cool. That's also fine. But this is why when I say things like, "Oh, men don't value that," is because you value different things, and these things are important to you, and that's fine, and there's nothing wrong with that. But carry on.
But yeah, it's just me, the type of man that I want. I don't want to have to be paying the rent for him and then giving him money to go and buy clothes, giving him money to go out with his friends, and then get that to me.
That's cool. That's cool. That's fine.
Yeah, I feel like it almost demasculates you if I have to do that. If I have to do it because if I have to do it because you quit your job and you're working on a big business idea and you know in a year I will happily do that. But if I know this is the life that you want to live, like you want to be taking money off your girl. No, cool. I just feel like it.
What about you? Would you consider yourself a career woman?
Not really, no.
Would you prepare to? So you're not a career woman, and if you was making the money, prepared to finance the family and look after the family for?
Well, no, because I shouldn't have to. Because women typically want men that are better than them, and
is that what you want?
Yeah, because if you're not better than me, then it's kind of like, what can you do for me and what can I do for you, kind of thing. Okay. So a lot of the time that's how it is. That's why a lot of women
That's right.
Typically, that's what it is. Because if he's not better than you, you're not gonna respect him. You're not gonna listen to what he has to say. You're not gonna do that. Because I mean, women typically don't listen to men at all anymore. So if he's like not better than you, it's like, is he worth listening to, kind of thing. So in a lot of ways, if you can't provide, which men are made to do that.
What do you mean when you say your man better than you? What do you mean by that?
Yeah, because if he is like got less money than you, for example,
but you don't mean genuinely in life you want him to be like, because you and your man should be on the same level. You two should be grinding together, trying to.
Of course, but no one actually sticks to that.
But you can never be on the same level when you. What are the chances when you meet someone?
I mean the same. I wouldn't want to look at my man and say, oh, I need him to be better than me, because I want us to be the same. No, I want us to be the same. Whether it's the same, even if it's a thing where I am in the house and he is at work, we're on the same value, because he's going out grinding every single day. I'm in the house looking after the house and our children every single day, but no one's better than each other. Like, I don't.
But they are, though, because in a way, you as a woman, like if you're on the same level, this happens a lot. So you're always going to be thinking, well, I could have done better, because men don't care about
hypergamy. Women tend to think they can.
No, they can. They always think they can do better, and if he's not better than you already, you're always gonna have that in your head as a woman, and that's normal. You can deny it.
Don't use the word better. He's not better than.
Yeah, but whatever word you use, you get what I'm trying to say, right?
Yeah.
And I've got to be careful with my words around this one here.
I'm just saying, don't say better. Like it's just so.
It's just her opinion.
No, but it's giving very just submissive energy. Like,
but what is wrong with submissive energy? Let's talk about that.
There's nothing wrong with submissive
but
energy.
apparently there is.
If it means the same thing, what's the difference?
No, I know.
Genuinely.
Oh, okay. I thought you were giving attitude.
There's no attitude, Hope.
But
there's not.
No, it's fine. Just carry on. 'Cause I'm good at. I don't want to.
I don't know
No, like
women
genuinely,
want to
like
be
if it means the
submissive
same
to her
thing,
man.
I want to.
No, I'm submissive to my man. Like I am a submissive person, but I'm not submissive in the sense of, yes, master. Yes, do you want to? I just do.
Can I tell you something? Do you love your boyfriend? You've been with 2 years.
1,000,000%.
Okay, so when you submit to someone, it does not say that you don't have your own mind. Like when you marry your husband, when you marry him, you're not marrying him because he's forcing you to. No, you're marrying him because you say you trust in his leadership and you trust that this man is not going to lead me down a rabbit hole and he's going to lead me astray. And this is what submission is. And submission is the ultimate showing of love. And that's what it really is. So it's not about you would submit and you would trust in his leadership and you would listen to him because you know that this guy wants right for me. And if something goes wrong, you also know that this guy's the type of guy that will go out there and make it get right. That's what it is to be submissive.
Yeah,
this thing where
is what I am.
I know, but but when you said that submissive energy, what it tends to do and attaches women, it makes them feel like they can't speak like that because they get that pick me or they get told those types of vibes. But you're already submissive to your man, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's like being feminine. I'll hear a woman a lot of times will say, oh, I'm only acting masculine because I'll be feminine for the right. You're supposed to be feminine all the time. Like, imagine a man said to you, "Oh, I'm only my feminine right now, but I'll be masculine for the right." Well, you look at him like.
No, but can I say one thing?
Of course you can.
Okay.
And I'm about to ask you anyway, so let's go to you.
No, let me finish
Go on.
about the feminine thing. Yeah, some women actually it depends where you are and who you are with, because in certain situations, I think a woman needs to be masculine to defend and protect herself. That doesn't mean she actually is masculine. She is, if I enter a room at work, for example, okay. When I see men that they try me a little bit, when they try to see if they have a chance or not, I'm going to put them in their place.
What are you going to do?
I'm gonna answer back and make clear, like, I'm nice, I'm kind, and whatever. But if I see you are taking the piss, you are not a nice man. Yeah. You are kind and you're respectful. Yeah. And I respect you for that. So I can feel like, I can be myself.
Yeah.
But if I see you're trying to make some moves, I'm gonna make.
But I think that's what,
clear.
Yeah, but
that's what some men confuse. They say, "Oh, she's masculine." No, I'm not. I need to protect myself. That's what it is.
Okay, Miss Not Masculine. So, career woman, would you be willing to provide for your husband for a long time? Would you, if he was as you're gonna blow up in the film industry, big movie star, would you?
I'm not sure. I explained to you. If I was you know why? I'm gonna be real because I cannot. I wouldn't date a man that is not responsible with money. He doesn't have his shit together, to be honest, because I'm not in an age, I'm not 16 that I'm like, oh yeah, who cares?
Yeah.
I'm at the age, I want a family, I want kids. If I see you're not responsible with money, I ain't gonna date you. Like, I need to, you never know in life. We might gonna be millionaires together. We might gonna be, just normal people together, and need to know that you know how to handle money. Like,
Danny,
I'm not gonna pay for it.
Danny, have you ever considered marrying and having a family with a woman that makes significantly more than you?
Have I considered it?
Yeah.
Prayed for it.
Man said he's praying for his sugar mama right now. Man said I prayed for it. Oh my God, I love it. How's the prayer going?
I'm here right now. And I ain't in the Bahamas.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
Praying, going to the good bush. What about you? Have you ever considered marrying or having a family with a woman that makes significantly more than you?
I've never thought of that. It's never really crossed my mind.
not the
Right.
main
Have you
goal.
dated a woman? Have you dated a woman that makes significantly more than you? Like,
No, I don't think I have.
Guys don't think that. Like,
Yeah.
I don't pray for it. Yeah. I'd welcome if it come.
Yeah.
But
What about
I don't
you?
know.
Have you?
But no, but you don't think, other guy, you don't
Look.
think, oh, I want to marry a rich woman one day.
But-
Guys don't think that. Girls think that.
But you look. I look at you. You look like a man has access to high quality, high standard.
No,
I'm not.
no,
I mean, you look at him. No.
The fifth.
He's like me. No, you look
Nope.
a man that has access to baddies. I look at this guy.
I'm
and I
sitting
say,
here, yeah, sweating, eating this banana.
Yeah, I'm
try
not
not to bite it. Yeah, getting my hands like everyone else picks sweets. Now I'm gonna get he had a banana, typical gym guy. Yeah, everyone else had sweets.
I'm having these sweets, man. So, what have you ever dated a girl or high performer or whatever that makes significantly more than you?
Bro, let me tell you something. Yeah, as
I know
boys,
you have. So don't cap, please. Don't
Wow.
cap.
Snitch.
Don't
Yes.
count.
wow, like I said, that
Guys-
the fifth. Anyway, like I was gonna say, when guys are growing up, yeah, and we start dating girls, yeah, we, like you said, we're always putting our hand in our pocket. If we meet you in a club, we buy you a drink, put our hand in our pocket. Like growing up, I remember like first girlfriend or whatever. I made I don't think I even made more money. I just thought I had more money. Yeah. Girls have money. They got a lot of money. Like girls are on good jobs. Average girl is probably on a 35, 40k job. You know? But as guys, you don't think girls have got money, so you're always putting your hand in your pocket. But you don't think that girls have money.
That's a good point.
But they do have money. They got money.
Girls have money. Woo.
Oh, would you like if you was like? Because you said you would pay for a little bit in it. You would support your man for a bit in it. But would you be worried about the judgment from would you tell your friends like or your family like?
I wouldn't be. Why? They shouldn't know.
Know what I'm saying? So let's say your man was basically for a whole year like you're like. You don't have to lie to your friends, but if your man's not working, not doing for a whole year, I think someone's gonna.
Oh,
No,
I
but-
know.
You
Sorry, I know what to say.
Yeah, no. After you. So
I really don't mind. It's not an embarrassing thing to me because if my man hadn't had a job for a year, the kind of man that I would go for, he'll be grinding anyway. He'll be trying to do something. So it's like you can't really judge me if I know my man's gonna be on big things within a year. Like he's just in his broke era right now, and I'm very fine with that. The only time I'd had a problem if my man is dead ass broke and he's waking up at like 6 p.m. and then going to play on the Xbox.
That's what
not that.
That
That's just what like that's just
and then
unmotivated.
and then he's getting money off me, like especially because like with me I have such like big goals, so it'll just be a complete.
Okay.
It'll make me want to vomit, but
What
I wouldn't
about you?
mind telling my friends.
Could you handle the judgment from family and friends if you was paying for, or if you had to support your partner for a while? How would you
The
feel?
thing is, as a girl, if you just put in the girls' group chat, oh, I'm having to do this, or your friends are going to talk you out of coming out of that. Like as a woman, that's what happens. That's why a lot of girls leave the guy.
Yeah.
So no, if something's happening, you keep it between the two. If you've agreed to doing something like that, then yeah.
So you wouldn't share it because you feel as if the woman would try to persuade you to leave him.
No, I just think it's no one else's business.
No,
what happens?
But when I say, because sometimes you can't help but it get out. It's not like your man's.
No, but then if it gets out, it's clearly frustrating you. So it clearly means that.
No, but so you're telling me like that's like if my girl loses a job or something, I might just say to my brethren, "Oh, my girl's not lost a job. I'm looking after." Like it's not a big thing. It's not like I'm trying to.
Yeah, but it's not on the same level. It demasculates you when you're doing that. Because if she's doing that, she's
So then I think on some level it says that women know already, right?
women do know already.
As a guy, would you want your girl to tell everyone that she's
Bro.
holding down
No,
now?
of course not.
No,
It's
of
not.
course not. But that's not what it's about. It's about saying, obviously, there's a reason why you're not going to tell your brethren, because you know what your brethren are going to say to
Yeah.
you.
But
And-
that's what she said at the beginning, though.
Yeah,
That-
but
that you changed it.
No, but I'm saying it's like it's at some point it's not about telling your brethren. If your man isn't working, at some point they're gonna fight. Like,
Yeah.
And then if you imagine you're trying to pretend your man's got a job when he hasn't, that's the worst one. She's like, oh.
But what if you told her to? What if you said? That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying to you.
That's big.
What if they're not telling? What if she's not telling her friends? Because he said, "Hey, don't tell your friends, you know."
Oh, no, don't do
Can I
that.
get 20? Can I get 20 for the weed man?
Wait, Daddy, how would you navigate a household where you made less money? How would you keep from getting nagged and emasculated? It's like, oh,
You gotta learn craft trades. You gotta learn how to fix the toilet, fix the sink, do the roof. You gotta learn how to make an extension. She gonna have to pay for it.
imagine
but-
watching TV. Yeah. Imagine you're watching TV and she just comes and change the channel. She's like,
It's my electricity, isn't it?
just look at you like, oh, sorry.
You know what? Like I said, I've been with girls that make money. All girls make money, but I've been
now you're admitting.
No,
No, you're
but-
admitting to it.
no,
you was capping
no,
like 5 minutes.
I've been in a relationship,
That's what I'm
and
saying. Big
my
money,
partner, she was on good money.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Did
From
she
one
spend
job.
Did she spend it on you?
yeah, but that's a relationship. Of course she did.
Okay. How long?
Relationship.
How long before you dated before she spent it on you? Because I know you spent it on her in the beginning.
Nah, do you know what?
Talk to
I
me.
think maybe like our second or third date in,
She was splashing.
she spent.
Okay, big money.
Like, do you know what it is? It's the type of women you go for. Yeah. There's women out there, like I said, that have money and want to spoil a man,
Yeah.
the right man.
So how do you find
Yeah?
these women? I'm asking for a friend.
I have some friends like that.
No, because they're asking. This man them ask. You're out here trying to. We're trying to get this man them's voice. We're out here.
you
Well,
got to-
you have to give the keys, B.
I just try and make sure I don't say something stupid. Yeah, but
Yeah.
you just gotta pick. You gotta observe. You got like observe a woman. Yeah, and she'll tell you everything you want to know without opening her mouth.
Okay.
Yeah?
You know,
Observe the way she's with her friends. Just watch her. Like, there's good women out there, and there's good women out there. If you treat them right, they will spend. But then there's women out there that do just want your money.
that's
You know, so, and that's the kind of woman you ain't got to worry about having a bigger job than her and her navigating the house, because she ain't gonna stick with you. She gonna be gone quickly.
What about you, Bush? How would you navigate a household where you make? Because we said, well, we know you make the money, but if it was a woman that was,
you know what I find interesting. I've just been listening for the last little while, and just like receipting everything. But I've not heard the word love mentioned once. You understand? Which I find really strange. But then again, when I'm just like referencing everything, it's like it's a new era now. It's like a social media era. You understand? But like love conquers all. You understand? And it's not even just love; it's unconditional love. You understand? So I'm not really hearing that at the moment. It's like a lot of what I'm hearing is
because the only thing that I love unconditionally, as you know, are babies and dogs.
But I mean, again, but this,
Our mothers could teach us that. How many of our
Even
mothers,
babies aren't loved unconditionally.
Well-
Have you seen how many people are in orphanages? No one's loved unconditionally.
No, but I'm saying
again, but that's what I'm saying, and that's why it's a very, very interesting point, because even you say no one's loved like unconditionally, you understand? And it goes back to my first point. You have to love yourself unconditionally first. But if you don't do that, you're not going to be able to love anyone else unconditionally. So from you said no one's loved unconditionally. I already commute certain things and understand certain things from just being here, and like I understand overstand personalities and stuff like that. But when you say a bold statement like that, no one's loved unconditionally, it shows me that you're not really in love with yourself and you're not in tune with yourself. And again, it's a lot to do. This conversation is a lot to do with alignment. You understand? If you let's take away the word unconditional. If you love your partner, like the stuff I'm not hearing is like encouragement, upliftment. You understand? Communication. You understand? If you love your partner and they're going through a downtime, even if it's for a year, 2 years, it could be 3 years. You understand? Like it's support. You understand? You're going to support them and be with them.
You know what? I would love.
And again, it's communication, because what you said one thing, which at the very beginning you said, yeah, you would do it. You understand? Yeah, you would do it, and you said it quite. And then it's like after you started looking at certain times, 5 months, 6 months, and then the doubt started to kick in. You understand? But if you're doing it, do it wholeheartedly. You understand? That's
not. But it's not her fault that so it's not her fault that like she's just trying to be honest. She's trying to look, I'll
that's
support,
right.
but it's only so long that
Yeah.
can do this before I start to look at my man like maybe I should be doing better for myself, right? And this is the thing that I also say to men, like it's not a woman's fault. It's not her fault that she feels like that. It's the way she feels. Should we tell her that she should be with a guy for 4 or 5 years and this guy's not doing nothing because then if that was my sister, I may argue that actually what the hell are you doing with this guy wasting 5 years of your time when it's other men that are proactive? I do believe a woman should stick through some stuff, but at the same time, what point is she being a supportive girl and the point she becomes a fool?
Yeah, but again, this is a question that each individual would have to like task themselves with. But things these days are like everyone's on this quick and easy, you understand, solving things, and like that's why I picked out a certain few words, you understand, which are important. Communication being a big one of them, you understand. So if you're communicating with your partner, you're understanding what's going on, you understand. You're talking, you're getting a good understanding. Now, if you're having sound mind and judgment, when you're communicating, you understand, then you're going to understand what's going on. Then you're going to work at the point that you become a fool, or the point where you're actually aiding someone, you understand, and you're there uplifting, you understand, because that's what relationships are about. It's building, you understand. But where people make a mistake, they're going into relationships at 60, 70% or 50% themselves, thinking the other person's going to be the other 50%. You don't really, you understand, really run like that. You got to be 100 yourself, and then you go into a relationship, you understand. If you are 100, more than likely you're going to be looking at other people who's also 100, because you understand the polarities, you understand, and then use to 200 and you make things work. What I'm picking up now, even though you said you're in a relationship for 2 years and you're happy and it's a successful relationship, and I don't know whether it is or it isn't, but it's like this, when you're saying stuff, I'm confused because you're saying it hypothetically, but you've actually got a man. So the stuff that you should be saying should be that me and my man this, oh we do this, or we do, but a lot of stuff you're saying is that, oh if my man was this, if my man, so you're talking as if you haven't got a man.
No, but I'm talking about it because that's the way everyone. I'm not just gonna be like, okay, no, so me and my man.
You are you, not everyone else.
But my boyfriend already knows the way that I am. There's been times where I've held him down. There's been times where he's held me down. We live together, like we live in the same place together.
Yeah, that's cool.
But I feel like we have to be realistic, like. And even me and him have had these conversations. An adult relationship is completely different from a little child relationship. Like, I have real life bills to pay.
Listen, this is what's going on right now.
So let me just cut you. Yeah, what I'm saying is that nothing like that. I'm just saying the way you're talking from like a perspective that you're not in a relationship. So that is a direct point what I'm making. You're speaking like you haven't got a boyfriend, but you actually have got a boyfriend, a very happy relationship which has been going for 2 years. So I'm just saying, if that is the case, then speak from that standpoint.
No, but
because it's confused. I'm saying what I'm saying. I'm also picking up on what you've been saying, and I'm just picking up that point. It's not
Hope. How would the house work, the chores and stuff? How would it work? So if you was gonna look after, if you was gonna be holding it down while he's at home, how would the chores work?
Things like that have happened before.
Yeah. So what would you?
I still do the housework. He cooks all the time.
No, I'm saying if he was holding, not like now how he's working. I'm saying if he was working, he was at home.
Oh, if I was holding it down, yeah, then he just needs to just clean, like do the basic tidying. I'll do like the deep cleaning, but just do the basic tidying like in the house.
What about you? So while you're holding down your man and your friends don't know, what would you require from him from the home?
I wouldn't do that in the first place. I wouldn't put myself in a situation like that.
No, but you can't know what's going to happen in life. So you might... Here's the thing. Some of the most successful men, multi-million men, successful men lose it, yeah?
Yeah.
And this is why they say it's not... a lot of times they'll lose it and they can make it back, because some people might not make it back. Do you get me? But... let's say you find yourself in that role, because especially when you roll the dice, when you're trying to be success is not anyone that's pursued this thing of trying to be successful and trying to have or trying to do anything. You have to put money out, you have to take risks. Sometimes things are amazing. It could be amazing for 5-10 years and something, but you hear people businesses go away. What happens if that happens to your man? What would you require from him in the home?
Well, then obviously one person can't do everything, so obviously you'd need a lot of help.
So what do you want him to do? What chores and stuff would he... While you're working?
Pretty much everything, because if I'm providing and, then pretty much everything. I can't do everything. Yeah. As a woman, you need more sleep, for example.
So let's say you got kids and that. What's he going to have to do?
You see? You can't do that. It's really hard.
Because generally, I need to ask that.
Is there any way I can answer the phone quickly? Oh, no, okay.
No, Hope, you're really... This is Hope, guys. This is Hope.
It's actually...
Is it? You can't answer it on like air. You might not want to do that because once it's on air, everyone will hear. So yeah, same question to you as well. If you was the one, being the main breadwinner and chores and stuff, what would you require from your man? Have you lived with your man to do chores? Let me hear it.
Listen, I cannot be with a man that don't work.
Yeah.
I can't. Sorry. It's one of I need you to work. I like hard worker people, like in general. I cannot stand people that don't work. The women and men in general. They want everything easy. You know what I mean? Yeah, I can't stand it. Sorry, I can't.
All right, guys, I want to get to our next topic. Right. We're going to be re-examining pretty privilege in 2023. Do you guys know what pretty privilege is? Have you heard of it? Don't do that because some people don't, and you got to remember this is not just for us here. This is for bigger than the room here, right? Pretty privilege.
Are you drinking that?
Everyone knows
I'm gonna take
what
it.
pretty privilege, right?
I don't drink, but today I do.
A New York-based psychologist responding to the Daily Mail defined pretty privilege as the idea that people who are physically attractive and are automatically perceived positively in other ways, causing what can be called a halo effect. The halo effect is when physical attractive people might be assumed to be smarter, more competent and more likable, and this can be associated with them being treated better than others. With the advent of social media and remote work, ideas of pretty privilege in places like the workplace and school are changing, with the recent study in Scandinavia showing the effects of attractiveness in higher education, pointing out that attractive women received higher grades when taking classes in their person. Their grades dropped when shifting to a full-time remote environment. The study found that teachers, both male and female, were susceptible to pretty privilege when it came to the women and how their tests and assignments were graded in schools. Female influencers on social media can be found arguing the benefits of pretty privilege and the shortfalls. With all this being said, what is the conversation that needs to be had about pretty privilege in 2023? So, Bush, I'm going to ask you.
Yeah.
How does your behavior change when dating or being in a relationship with a woman with pretty privilege? Are you more likely to simp if your girl is hot? Be honest.
Me,
no cap.
Me personally, and I'm just always honest.
Yeah.
I look for the inside of the people. You understand? Like the looks and stuff like that ain't really gonna faze me. You understand? Like, obviously, doing what I do, I've seen so many pretty women anyway. You understand? So it's not even that. But I like to see people, and I'm more of a feelings person. You understand? So I'm picking up on what people are saying, and more what they're saying is their actions also. So privileges ain't gonna faze me, but I definitely know it's something that's going on and it's prevalent, and it's been going on for a long time.
I'm gonna be real. I've seen you over the years, but I've never seen you know dead things, bro. baddies, bro. So you have to
what that is preference.
No.
And you allowed it, right?
And you allowed it. You allowed it, but your preference.
No, you know what?
Women that prescribe to pretty
You
privilege.
see me? It's not. My preference is I like. And this is personally, I like nice things.
Stuttering.
No, I like nice things. I've always liked nice things. I always like look what I take pride. You understand? So I like attracts like. Cause I take pride in myself. You understand? When I'm dressed, I'm putting my nice off shape and putting my fresh things. You understand? Freshness. So like attract like. I'm also gonna be attracted to someone who takes care of themselves, whose makeup's on point, their hair's on point, their garments are cut, you understand, clean. Because this is just how it goes. Iron sharpens iron. You understand?
No.
So that's my thing. But yes, it's definitely runs. And again, it's people who are not 100 in themselves, not sure of themselves. You understand? They're gonna let certain things slide because someone's looking a certain way. Yes, and it is what it is. And there ain't no wrong right of it because part of it is right as well. People take pride in themselves, you understand?
So about how girls like nightclubs and that they'll get in for free and stuff. That's pretty privileged, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and obviously in your industry, it's full of
prevalent.
that.
It's prevalent. But you know what? Again, it's just like with all this we're speaking about. It all adds up. There's no wrong right of it. You're a club owner. You want pretty girls in your club. Because people are going to see the pictures, see it on social media, think, wow, it looks banging there, so I'm going to go there.
And the girls getting free, pretty privilege.
Yeah, exactly. You got bar staff, they're pretty. They know that it's going to attract man to come and spend the money at the bar.
Yeah.
Bottle girls, they're pretty. It's all a psychology, but it's just because the way the world is made up, it's about the material stuff. People have, again, just like our last conversation, people have forgotten the real essence of life, love and these like fundamentals. They're out the window. It's a new era now where it's all about social media. So yes, this thing is running. And you know what? as soon as you said it, the first thing I thought of is black people.
Yeah.
You've always had this light skin, dark skin argument. It's been running from the beginning of time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Light skin people get a forward more time when we're black. We know it, you know what I'm saying? The dark people then are perceived to be like lesser for some reason.
Yeah,
you
that
understand?
stem from slavery time, field and house. And,
Again, and this is these same people who back then who were doing them like funny things are the same people who's running the thing now. It's not, it can't really change. These are people who are running the world, so to speak, and social media and everything else that comes with it. So yes, they still keep up their same old fuckeries, if I'm allowed to say that.
No, that's cool. That's cool. You're good. Good. So what about you, my guy? Because you already let us know you deal with the high quality. So what are you saying?
She's only dealing high quality.
Well, exactly. I like that.
I like that. I
respect that.
And you shouldn't be ashamed of dealing with high quality women. You know, you should own it. But how does your behavior change when dating or being in a relationship with someone that will prescribe to this pretty privileged hot? Do you simp for the baddies? I've seen you with some baddies, I'll be real. I'm sorry, I'm just wanting to man
You were checking all of them. Damn.
What? He want me, he's my guy, we outside.
You won't get me in trouble.
Yeah, but go on.
I ain't simping for no girl.
No.
I don't care how pretty she is.
Please
Like,
stop
I'll
that.
simp for Rihanna. Yeah. Rihanna
I would
all
do
day.
that too, though.
See, there you go. But nah, seriously, bro, looks for a dime a dozen. Like you can, I walk down the street and you can probably pick out 10 pretty girls walking down the street. So I can't simp for you because you're pretty.
Yeah.
I can simp for you for what you do for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. For how you treat me, how you
Real
look
thing.
after me, how you cater for me.
She makes a sandwich, yeah?
She makes a sandwich, but a triple decker sandwich.
Triple decker!
Yeah.
This one.
Yeah. But yeah, no, like that's what you simp for. Like,
Yeah.
like I said, if she walks out the road, let's say she's 10-10 face, yeah.
Yeah.
She walks out the house. The next thing she comes back now, half her face is missing. Like, is that gonna make a difference?
Yeah. It's about what's inside. Isn't it?
Exactly. So, you know, you can't. Your beauty is gonna fade. Yeah. It's
Beauty's
That's the
only
truth.
skin deep.
That's the truth.
Exactly, and
That's
it's
the truth.
subjective. Because what I
That's the
find
truth.
beautiful,
That's the
you
truth.
may not find
Yeah.
beautiful.
That's the
Yeah. You clearly find beautiful everything you see.
Yeah. Hope, do you believe in pretty privilege and do you see it as a good or bad thing?
I believe in it, but I don't think it's as deep as people are making it. Like, I don't think you would like get good grades because you're a pretty person.
No, but they did basically what they said is right. They did a it was research. So girls that are perceived prettier, when they're in class, they get better grades. But when they went to remote, their grades shot down. And what they're trying to say, men and women do it. Just as someone is pretty and nice and whatever, they don't even realize they're doing it. It's just, and that's the bit of the pretty. They don't realize, so they're marking them up. But once they went home, it's like their grades went down because there was none of that interaction. Oh, you're nice, you're this, whatever that. So that's what they meant by pretty privilege. People do it without even realizing.
Okay, fair enough. If it's in that sense, cool. But I think like pretty privilege, is it not things like getting free drinks like
Yeah.
in the club?
That's
and
part of
things
it.
Yeah, like I don't think it's a bad thing. I think it's just a thing that just happens. Like men have money privilege. Like I don't know, like girls will be attracted like if they have money or like want to talk to them more if they have money.
Yeah.
With girls, I feel like you just get free things and it's just.
It's girls and boys though, isn't it?
Mose, what about you? Pretty privilege. Do you think it's a good, bad thing? Do you believe in it?
Yeah, I do believe in it.
Have you ever experienced pretty privilege?
Yeah, all the time. So. No, I'm joking.
No, own it. No, this is the whole idea of this.
I think no. To some extent, every girl gets pretty privileged.
I'll be
To
honest
some
with you.
extent,
There's
some get
go-
more than others.
No, some girls get more than others, and some girls don't get a damn thing. These are the ones that are always screaming outside and crying outside in the line. Listen, I'll be honest. Some girls don't get pretty privilege. Let's be real.
That's the truth.
That's
Of course.
the truth.
Talk it.
That's why it's called pretty privilege.
Privilege,
It's not
exactly.
just
Can't be for everyone, yeah.
for
I
everybody.
mean, I feel like sometimes like you could just blink and someone would be like, "Oh, what's wrong? Can I help you?"
Yeah.
And it's like, "No, I'm fine."
Okay.
So no, people will do anything for you if
Yeah.
you look
What
a certain way.
types of stuff have men done for you and you knew it was based on how you looked or whatever, or you felt that that's what it was?
I think absolutely anything, because I don't think that probably my dad or my brothers did nice things for me.
You know what?
Because of that.
And that's even one thing as well. You
Yeah.
forget that even just you're not pretty that girl privilege of a home as well. It starts off there where the dad's treating your sister better, just buying her things. It's like, why is it? It's just that way the dad sometimes just treat them slightly.
Yeah,
different as
that's
well.
because, that's different. But I feel like when you're when you look a certain way, obviously it is all about what you look like, because no one else knows anything else about you.
What about you? Have you ever experienced pretty privilege? You work in the film industry. Is that somewhere that you feel as if? Well, yeah, I would think that a lot of people know that's an industry where it's based on how you look. So have you experienced?
Mainly.
No, it's not all based on how you look, but I know a lot of times, you have to look the part, right?
Yeah.
So, do you believe in pretty privilege? Have you experienced it?
I have experienced it, but do I believe in it? Well, yeah, it's real, but I guess it depends how you use it, how you act. You can't just,
Do you use it?
I believe in having a pretty personality. Well, listen.
Cap.
No, I should. Listen, listen. I've been, okay.
Go on.
I've been chased by men all my life, okay?
Yeah.
Listen.
Yeah.
It makes you tired sometimes. So
You've been running.
Why are you running?
Why are you running? Why are you running?
I just want one. That's why. Anyway.
Michael B.
Oh, yeah, well, maybe.
Look how Michael B. Jordan.
He has Rihanna, I have Michael B. Anyway. I don't know. I have friends that really use it and they know how to use it. Okay. I have friends they could use it, but they had no idea they are pretty, then they could do that. It depends. It depends for what you use it for. I don't think it's always good for sure. No, absolutely not. But also, sometimes it helps. It does. When you have to cross the street, they're going to let you cross the street because they want to check your backyard.
Right.
Yeah, it's true.
Backyard.
I got a question for you.
Yeah.
Would you be a stepdad if the woman is hot enough? She's bad enough. It's a sticky one
The
still.
pose says everything.
What's the kid like? Nah, really. So I have a kid, yeah.
Yeah.
And I had this conversation once with my family, and my cousin, she went off on one. She was not rating it, but that was my preference, yeah. So I said, if I was to get with someone that had a kid, I probably wouldn't be interested in it being serious. Whereas my preference would be to be serious and settle down with someone without a kid.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I said, but for me, that's because my kid doesn't live with me. Yeah. So she more full time is at her mum's. Obviously I have my child, but she lives with her mum. So I don't want to be around somebody else's kid 24/7 if I'm not around my own kid 24/7.
Fair enough.
But as you get older, you start looking at things differently. And that was, I wouldn't say an immature outlook to have on it, but you got to think about the person.
Yeah, you've grown.
You could be with someone and you could then fall in love with someone more because of their kid.
I'll be honest with you, I don't prescribe to that. I'll never be a stepdad. I can't be a stepdad.
No, but you could meet a kid. No, that's what I'm saying. No, but you could meet someone. So you could be with someone, you could be with someone.
The moment I meet a woman, she could be the baddest. She tells me as a kid.
She has a kid for 8 months.
What do you mean 8 months?
She has a kid for 8 months. You don't know she's got a kid.
What do you mean she hides? That's even worse.
Oh my, that's my nightmare.
That's not. But she made me no. By the way, look at little Tyrone. Little Tyrone. Damn, not Tyrone. Not Tyrone. Hey, what are you trying to do?
What I'm saying is,
that's funny.
Bush.
For Halloween, I'm gonna dress up as a baby mama.
Obviously, I know you're like. Do you get me?
I like what my man said, man. You know what is like as an overview. To be successful in all subjects, they say you should never say never. Yes, and that's the first thing. So I'm just putting that out there. Yes,
no, it is. No, he's my guy. It just is. My content is so different to this. That's why he knows. He's laughing. I'm just like, I'm taking it in though.
Yeah. No, my thing's a different kind of thing.
No, that's what we say. I take it in.
Yeah. So again, like. Love conquers all. If you're with someone and they've got a child, you understand, you're taking on the whole of the package, you understand. But if like yourself, you've already got something preset in your mind, then it's going to be very tricky for you to go down that road. But again, as you go older and things change.
What's that?
If he was deceased.
I mean, again, that means there's always an exception for everyone.
And the child was young enough. Where maybe 3 months, 6 months.
That means there's always an exception to the rule.
Or if it means type of jail that he's never gonna come out and a kid will never.
So your reason for not doing it isn't because you don't want to be someone's stepkid. it's because you don't want to have to deal with the baby father.
No, I don't want to be. I don't want someone's stepkid, and I don't want to have to deal with the baby father. But if there's no father and the child is young enough, then I am the father. And
Yeah.
then on top of that, that woman has to be exceptional.
So then you have got an exception. So you do again, sir.
But you see
it's
that?
good.
See
It's
that caveat? That is wild, though.
Yeah,
it's like right. It's like slim.
You know,
Slim.
I tell you this one thing: the universe is funny because you're saying it in such a definite way.
Yeah.
You might find that
No. The universe can never.
All right, well, let the
How do you go do me dirty like that?
yeah, again, well, this the universe got a funny way of
This is so
reacting.
funny,
So
Hey Bush, I don't know. Whatever. I want to be in the multiverse, the alternate universe that you're in. That one there.
no,
Question for the ladies. Has pretty privilege impacted your life in a negative way or positive way?
I wouldn't say I'm pretty.
Oh, no, let's not do this. Come on.
No,
Come on. I see the comments. So say, Mom, come on. You see them? Come on. Okay, let me tell you, you're pretty.
Okay, you're beautiful too.
Oh man! But you know why we have to say this?
Let me
Because
drink again.
I think it's our job, especially to tell our black sisters that they are beautiful. You know what I mean? Especially when they come, I don't think I'm pretty. Why are you gonna say that? Who told you that? Who lied to you? Whoever did that, my job is this. No, but my job is
This is so awkward.
no.
Oh my God.
Do you know why? Why? Is it
Why?
awkward?
Why is it
Because I
awkward?
gas up my sisters. If I have to gas up my sister before she leaves the house.
why is it awkward?
I don't think I'm ugly.
No, I didn't say
in any
you
way,
was.
shape or form.
No, I didn't say you was ugly. I didn't say that. But I said.
Oh, this is so awkward.
Why though?
But
Why?
anyway,
Explain it, sir.
anyway.
I need to know that part.
Compliment.
Why
You
is
can't
it
even
so
take one
awkward?
compliment. Let's move it on.
Too many compliments. Woo. Anyway,
Yeah.
but has it? Yeah, it do like. Obviously, I just said that comment, but like
Yeah.
the road that you walk up to come here is
Yeah.
like bare Jamaicans, like left, right, and center. That there's like a car. Do you know what I'm talking
Yeah,
about?
yeah.
And then there was one car that was basically following me like the whole way, speaking in strong patois, so I
Yeah,
couldn't
yeah.
hear anything he was saying. He said something, but he kept. So basically, I was trying to cross, and then he let me through, and then he said something, but I thought maybe he was getting angry at me because I didn't say thank you. 'Cause I just walked. And then he kept on saying it, but like the patois was too strong, I couldn't hear him. I went closer to the car, and then he said something like, your body's too much for you to carry. Let me let you in the car so I can drive you to where you're going.
Don't let
So I
me.
was like, okay, that was like the first weird thing. Then he carried on driving, and then he was like, no, a woman like you shouldn't be out right now. Like, let me just drive you. But it was very scary, and I was just trying to get to like this destination.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's the bad thing. But a good thing, I work in a bar, so men buy me free drinks.
Okay.
So while I'm in the bar, so
Is that
they're giving
good?
me like tips. I got a £20 tip
Yeah.
last week.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
not gonna
definitely
check out.
that's definitely pretty privilege. That's why they
Yeah,
got
the tip.
the
yeah,
tips.
it
That's
is.
definitely pretty privilege, man. What about you? Pretty privilege. We're still talking about this pretty privilege. Yeah. Has pretty privilege impacted your life in a negative way or positive?
I mean, if pretty is a privilege, if it's pretty privilege, it's a privilege. But yeah, there's bad sides to it as well.
Well, like what she said as well. Like, but I think that's when. Yeah, I wouldn't say that's a pretty privilege, but I think you get attention, and then when maybe the people that give you the attention don't get what they want, it can go the opposite way. So it could be like a nice compliment. It starts off nice, and then maybe it can take a different turn. What about you?
Well, it being definitely good and bad, both. Well, it can be that women hate you. They're not gonna talk to you. They're gonna exclude you. They're gonna insult you, even if there's nothing to insult, just to make you feel less. It can be, that they're gonna hate you because you got the job and they didn't, and it depends. And good in a good way, yeah. They buy you free drinks, even though I don't go out and I don't drink anymore, so I cannot use that. But I can cross the street. He's really
how many
easily.
times as a girl just walked up to her and just said, "Yo, here's a drink." Like, man, that happen to us, man. And if he does, it's probably spiked it.
Why? It's more easily that's gonna spike our. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
no,
it
but-
did happen to me actually, so
No,
that's not
what's
even a
that?
good thing.
Then gonna end up, and then you're
Wait,
gonna spike
what?
it, and then you'll end up on some bed. You can see a white light on there, and next minute you're tied up.
I'm a baby mama.
So wait,
My worst nightmare.
Marry me.
No,
Love me.
no.
so wait, you've
No.
been no girls ever bought you a drink in the club?
Have they bought you?
Yeah, but bro,
Have they bought you
bro,
then?
they have,
Yeah.
but bro, it's very. I get worried. I think something's going on here. She put something in it. Well, hypno, trust me. I'm gonna fall asleep.
What, you think girls don't buy men drinks?
They do,
Why-
but
why
Some
would they?
women do.
What do you, whoa.
Do they actually?
Whoa, what do you wait?
No, but
they
is
send them
that a
bottles, though. They
thing?
don't send them bottles.
No, don't send them bottles.
Like a girl just bought you a drink, like that's a thing.
Never happened
Yeah.
to you.
No, he has.
Okay.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
have pretty
bought a man a
privilege.
drink?
Huh?
Have you bought a man
You
a
got
drink
pretty
at the bar?
privilege.
At the club?
What? Sorry.
Have you bought a man a drink?
A random.
No, I don't.
Hell
go clubbing.
no. She's
What, you
like,
think
I
it's
don't go
weird?
clubbing.
If a girl buys
Well,
a man a drink?
No.
Yeah, I think it's like, why
Well,
would
my
you just buy a
friend,
man-
you know, I
Why
offer
not?
drinks to my friends in general,
Yeah.
but not to one specific man. No.
Dan, I want to ask you a question. Does your output, financial, emotional, physical, change when dealing with a prettier woman? Do you spend more money when a girl is hot? Like, if you see a baddie, like, damn, like, do you have to up the levels?
No pressure.
What do you mean
Everybody like
spend
that.
what,
Spend
on,
one-
on them?
When you're dating a girl that you know,
Yeah.
like, she's gonna shut this down, baddie. Do you spend more money? Even when you look at a woman, do you feel as if, I have to spend more money on this woman?
Do you know what it is? I go for different women. Like, I've never been with a woman where I feel like I need to go take out a loan.
Not alone, but
No, that's what I'm saying. I've never been with a woman where I feel like I have to spend ridiculous amounts of money.
so you're telling me these baddies that you had didn't spend no money?
I don't know what baddies you're talking about.
The Kevin strong.
Stop talking.
Alright, boss, let me ask you: does your output, financially, emotional, physically, change when dealing with a pretty woman? Do you spend more money when the woman is hotter?
Yeah, you probably would. You probably
You know
would.
why you spend more money? Because you want to show her off.
It's
You have to go
well,
different places.
it's you're matching, and it's perception. So subconscious, you're thinking that person. You see someone red bottom, they're dressed a certain way. You think you're assuming that they're like they're used to kind of higher or expensive stuff. So you've got to kind of match that because you're thinking in your mind like, well, if I'm trying to link that person there, I've got to at least match them and show them that I'm on that level. Basically, if you look at like a gal and they're not all that, and you're just trying to. You understand? On a quick
Get to
thing,
the bag.
you're not gonna go as hard. You're gonna probably spend less. You understand? And it's all about perception. You understand? That's where, pretty privilege definitely is gonna change your perception as a man.
Let me ask. But if you're going for a certain type of girl, wouldn't you normally go for that caliber of female? So wouldn't going to these restaurants be normal for you? Wouldn't that be what you do anyway? So would you technically not be spending any more?
Well, if you're eating by yourself, but even two now.
Okay, like, don't get me wrong, like, if a girl is pretty, like I said, it might be pretty to me, but might not be pretty to you, you're gonna want to, you'll want to take her out.
Well, the problem is, if a girl is, so the top girl, when we're all out, right, we're all going for the same girl, right, essentially, right? So the competition is there, right? So
Yeah.
essentially, Bushkin might have the funds to take her out every single day, and it's nothing to him. But if you want access to that woman, then you might need to, she might want to go out, but you might need to meet that,
Yeah.
And in order to do that, one man might have to work harder than the other man just based on how they get it. That's just how life is. So ultimately, whenever you date these types of women, at some point you might need, because if she likes doing, like some girls like to travel. Like, the moment you start dating this girl, instant cost.
No, but you gotta know your lane.
That's
gotta
really
know your
important.
lane.
I was waiting for someone
Your
to.
lane.
That's
You gotta
really
know your lane.
important.
It's true.
Like, you're
a lot
gonna
of
know
people.
what this girl's on before you start dating her.
Yeah.
You're gonna know. So,
Y-
like, before, but let's say it takes you 2 dates in, you know what she's on. Probably before that, when
How
you're
many money do you think
talking,
you spend on 2 dates?
brother,
already?
please.
No, but I'm saying no, because imagine spending 2 dates only to find out I don't want this girl. This will cost you
no, but it depends on
$255.
the girl.
I don't know what you're doing.
But if you want to,
Like,
if you're going for these Novikov girls, you can see on Instagram, you've seen she goes Ivy Asia. You know you gotta take her somewhere like that.
Yeah, that's right.
But then again, you could take her somewhere else that's not as well known, but it feels high.
let me ask another question. Do men have pretty privilege? I feel like you have pretty privilege, but we'll carry on. Do you have any male friends that are benefiting from pretty privilege? Do you know any? Do you know any Chads or Tyrones?
Don't know any Chads or Tyrone.
He is Chad and
He
Tyron.
is together. Go on. Pretty privilege for men. Go
Men
on.
get pretty privilege.
Yeah.
They do.
Do you know any man them that you know that just
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. I've got a few friends that I know.
So when you get pretty privilege, what do you get? Like, what?
I don't get pretty privilege.
So what do the guys
He gets
get? That
the
you
free
know?
drinks.
What do the guys get?
I know guys that get looked after.
Yeah,
Go out and buy them this, go buy them
Can't lie.
that,
Yeah,
whatever.
that's true.
Like, for no reason, come home.
But
And,
is that due to pretty privilege?
Yeah, trust me, them boy a pretty boy. Like you can tell the guy. The guy
But
no, because man knows we know the man them that get pretty privilege. We know we
so
have them.
they'll see a girl and then the girl will just be like, oh, let me take you out. And
No, but even when they start chatting to a girl, she'll end up doing way more to keep that man. And he'll be like, nah, and that's the pretty. She just wants to keep him, do anything to hold man.
I got a friend, yeah. Me and him can go in the shop. And I know he'll get discount.
Yeah.
If he goes to the till with the girl at the till, he's getting a discount.
Yeah, that's right. It's a lot. It's prettiness, but you could have someone who's pretty, but they're dressed really shabby and stuff like that, and you're not gonna really respect it or want to spend your money on it. But if you see a girl who's pretty and she's dressed in a certain way, you understand? That's when you're gonna spend more money like that.
Do you think social media has ruined pretty privilege? Because with the filters and all the fakery now, it's like you can be getting pretty privilege from social media with brands and influence.
100%.
And these times here you're just
average.
car crash. So I'm saying not even average, worse than but yeah, man, it's mad now what they have types of apps. So pretty privilege is not even real no more because it used to be real.
No, it's real when girls go out. If five girls go out,
if
five girls go out and one's pretty, that's
real.
when the thing really starts to be. You understand?
So all the man them are trying to talk to her.
Everyone's trying to shout, and
No
you
one
hear
trying
it
to
with
talk to
certain
others.
girl. If you talk to certain girl, you hear it. You understand? And it's a little beef. You understand? That all the man are chatting to a certain girl. You understand? And she's getting the drinks. And
I'll be real with you. Do you know how for a man to have to navigate through 4 single women who are not getting approached to get the one baddie? Do you know what?
Yeah.
Listen,
It's a bad one.
sometimes you have to. Sometimes even as that man, you have to chat to the friends first. Imagine this.
Yeah,
you gotta chat to
Back
the,
door.
you don't even just. You don't go straight to the back. No, they know this. You buy the drink, the friend the drinks. Oh, send the drinks to the friends. Oh, he's mad. And you just shimmy past her.
What do you think about them friends that, do you know when you're trying to talk to the girl and they're like, no, she's got a man, no, she doesn't. What do you think
She's a
about
good
them?
friend because she got a man.
No, okay. A lot of them girls are
I need my girl to
lying
go out.
when they say that.
Oh,
They're
she's
lying.
hating. No, she's hating. She's
It's a
hating.
lie.
She's trying to block your blessings. That's what she's trying to do. She's trying
Block
to
your blessing.
No, like
China is your blessing,
No, no,
girl.
but
out
girl-
there.
But I've had friends like that. I don't think it's blocking their blessing. I think it's just maybe they think you feel uncomfortable.
No.
Even if you don't.
But
Like,
girls in groups know. They know which one of their friends gets the pretty privilege.
Oh,
Because sometimes you chat to them, I thought you liked her. Everyone likes her.
Listen, girls will be like, oh, have you got a friend for me? She's pretty. Oh, I don't know. Stop lying. You do know. You know your ranks. You know.
No, girl, no, you can't trust a girl that says her friends are pretty.
Don't trust her. Trust her.
Cannot
Hate girls
trust
like
a girl
that.
that says her friends are pretty.
Listen, her friend's gonna look like a whale. I'm sorry. But she will. She will. Guys, I wanna play a quick clip in it. Yeah.
Oh my God, what it is?
I just listen to this clip.
Eventually, it got to a point where, like, I was 19 and I got kicked out of my house because I was, like, bringing over 6 dudes a night. Like, it just was never enough.
What? Wait, 6 dudes a night?
For, like, a consecutive week, yeah.
6 times 30?
Well, 6 times 7 is...
She said, wait, 6 times, one thing a week, Monday through
Oh,
Friday.
no. Weekends were my rally days. What do you mean?
Oh, would you slot them in, like, 7 p.m., 8 p.m.,
Yeah.
9 p.m., 10 p.m.?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
And then I would even, sorry.
No, go ahead.
I'd say I would even like have like my backup guys to where it was like if this guy didn't come tonight, then I would invite this guy.
Are you using protection?
No.
No?
No. Mm-mm.
Okay. And you were meeting, you said almost all of these guys from Tinder or dating apps.
Tinder or Bumble. I got kicked out. I got perma-banned off Tinder. They will not have me back. Eventually, it got to a point where like I.
So yeah.
Excuse me, but what the hell?
So that's a clip.
Is that the girl that talks about
I don't know. That was a clip.
servicing her man like 6 times a day?
No, that was just some.
oh
random,
my God, I
was
seen
random.
that. Oh
So,
my
what
God.
was that one?
It was basically one girl that was saying, is it the one where she was like, when my man wakes up in the morning,
He nuts.
Nah. that's not the
when
one.
he does it.
So guys, let's talk about that. So did everyone hear that clip? Do you want to hear it again?
Got to a point where like I was 19 and I got kicked out of my house because I was like bringing over 6 dudes a night. Like it just was never enough.
What? Wait. 6 dudes a night?
For like a consecutive week, yeah.
6 times 30?
Well, 6 times 7 is...
She said, wait, 6 times one thing a week, Monday through
Oh,
Friday.
no. Weekends were my rally days. What do you mean?
Oh, would you slot them in like 7 p.m., 8 p.m.,
Yeah.
9 p.m., 10 p.m.?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
And then I would even... Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
I'd say I would even like have like my backup guys to where it was like if this guy didn't come tonight, then I would invite this guy.
Are you using protection?
Or
No.
No?
No.
So listen. So that's a clip. So basically, I want to discuss that clip, right? So we all heard what happened there. A girl basically just confessing her sexual promiscuity, not using unprotected, having unprotected sex with just multiple men. She was so prolific. She got banned from Bumble and Tinder. So whenever I've spoken about about women on social media. So whenever women talk about men having sex and men are always sleeping around, they're thinking about the men that they sleep with. The top 20% of men have access to multiple women. Most men don't have access to women, but we've spoken about this before. We'll say it again. Women control access to relationships, and men control access to relationships, and women control access to sex. Yes, you can have one, which means that any single day of the week.
So say that line again. That was a good line.
Women control access to sex, men control access to relationships, yeah? We only ever have sex with a woman because she allows you to, yeah? Yeah? And the woman only ever has a relationship because the man asks us to. A woman only gets married because a man gets down on one knee. If you get down on one knee to propose to your man, he doesn't want to marry you because men know what we want, innit? So don't ever do that to a man, innit? So what that clip, it proves, it just justifies what I said. All you have to do is go on your Instagram today and say, I am lonely. Go, any one of you women, go now. You have hordes of men slide into your DMs wanting to come around and basically do whatever, yeah? If we do it, it's not going to be the same. So when women say, oh, men are always sleeping around, they're thinking about the men that they're sleeping with. Do you get me? Because men aren't, it's only a few men that get access to all of these women. The rest of the 80% of men are not sleeping around with these women. So this is what happens when a woman wants to exercise for 7 days. She just exercised her right to have, and look what happened. You try it. You try going now. It's not going to work. Well, maybe for you, it might work. But
I knew that was
no.
coming.
You're gonna get people that are gonna flag your account. Like, right, this man's moving mad. You could walk up to a guy right now in the street, anyone, and tell him you want to take. He's coming with you right now. Let me go and do that. They're calling the feds on me. They're saying, and this is the difference, right? So the reason I'm trying to explain is that women are the ones that control access to sex. They're the ones. They're the ones. So when women say men are sleeping around, it's because they're thinking about the men that are sleeping around versus the men that aren't. And this is what happens when a woman shows you how easy it is. Literally how easy it is.
Well, the saying is, women choose who they sleep with and men sleep with who lets them.
Yeah. It's always that way. It's always that way, you know? And that's why I say to women, pick better, is because you need to pick who. No, because it's like, it's very serious, you know, who you allow to come into your body. Like, you know, it's very serious who you allow to flush their insides out in your body. Like, it's
Side out, sorry. Yeah.
no, because
I imagine a horror movie. I don't know why.
you're right.
No.
Like, and someone sent that to me today, and I just wanted to play it because, yeah, man, you women don't understand that most men are happy to get it. Like, literally, a lot of men are virgins currently, or a lot of men haven't had sex in over 6 to 8 months. Like, but they just think about, and I speak to so many men on my platform, and I can tell you the men that are having sex versus the men that aren't having it, because I speak to some no pussy ass get every day. So I'm saying to you, and it's the truth. And then you speak to the other guys, and everyone looks at those guys, but those guys have options. And whenever you go for men that have options...
Why are you looking at me?
I'm talking to you, V. I'm talking to everyone. But they have options. And women always go for men that have options and worry why they exercise those options. Your man might not use them, but whenever you go for a man that other women want, you have to be prepared to know that he may step out. Because you've gone for a man that everybody else wants. If you miss out on the 80% of men, the men that, you know, are just... You know, there's a lot of men that don't fit the archetype that they're used to, that are just still good men. They could be gamers, they could be inside, they could be, you know, they're not outside, but they're still men, but they don't see them. Whereas men are more likely to pick a woman that's actually completely different, you know, complete out of the circle, and they'll be like, yo, this is my down, because they've dealt with all the different things. We realize what we need is not one of these baddies, not one of these, you know, pretty privileged. Actually, maybe I need myself just a little down-ass mama, you know, with traditional values and what have you not. So I think that's kind of what I get from this. So guys, we're getting towards the end of the show. So, Hope, you okay? You was deep in thought there.
She's zoned out.
It looks like I'm just really listening.
So guys, let's get to. I wanna get to some final thoughts. We've got a few minutes left. So, just what do you think about the show? Shout out your social media, and anything that you want to say. We'll start with you, Dan, bro.
I want to get to your last point just then.
Yeah, go on.
Like, not going for the baddie and going for the humble, the good girl. Like, that's what you should just go. Like, a baddie can be a humble good girl. It's who she prescribes that to, you know. And at the end of the day, if you go for that, then you're not gonna have to worry about falling on your ass and whether or not she's going to take over for a little bit. And if you do fall on your ass and your woman has to take over for a bit, at some point you should put yourself back on top and get on back on your feet. It shouldn't be a case of that, all right, cool, now she's the provider and I'm sitting at home for the foreseeable. Yeah, because then what happens when she drops off? You're both going to sit at home together.
Yeah, no.
You know, so it's a case of it. Like if I fell off and my partner had to take over, I'm going to make sure I get back on top. Whether it's I'm making the same amount, a little bit less or more than her. Yeah. Like I'm going to contribute. My natural thing is to be a provider anyway. So I'd want to be at the forefront. Yeah. Even if that means I've got to work 6 jobs, 7 jobs, whatever. You know, but if you find the right person, then you ain't got to worry about whether you fall off or not and if they're going to be there.
Yeah.
What's your Instagram socials, anything?
Just Instagram, Spartan King. That's where you'll find me.
Yeah. All right, cool. And over to you, Julia.
I don't know what to say, to be honest.
Final thoughts?
Was a great podcast. I don't know what to say.
You was on episode 2, you were on episode 3. How was it?
It was good. I like it.
Yeah?
It's your fault. Now I watch all podcasts because of you.
Because that's what I'm saying.
I didn't even know it existed.
You come on the show, you get the podcast bugs, bring you back. Thanks for coming back on. Do you want to give out your social medias or whatever?
No, it's fine. I don't do podcasts in general, so no social media.
No, you don't want people to follow you for your acting career?
Well, but they're not gonna watch this and be like, oh, well, whatever. Julia Baccolo, GIU.
How do you know? There might be a scene in the movie where they're doing a podcast scene.
All right, they're gonna call me and you, and we're gonna...
you're trying to mess up my bag? I'm trying to...
Okay, Julia Baccolo, GIU.
Yeah, guy, you know what I'm saying? Let me get my bag too, you know? That's what I'm saying. And over to you. You've got some final thoughts and if you want to shout out your social... I know you're not like a social media person.
Definitely not.
Because you said it multiple times, but yeah, do you want to give us your final thoughts on the episode and anything you
it was a good podcast. I was just observing more than I was talking.
Yeah.
But yeah, I didn't know what to expect because I've never really done this before.
Is this your first time in a podcast?
Yeah, I've never done this.
Let's give a clap for that. Welcome.
You didn't give a clap to me last time.
Oh
wow, this is betrayal. Like,
do you know why?
Don't
Because
talk to me anymore.
Privilege.
No, pretty privileged. Look, see?
You see? I'm gonna cry.
Even though she came in half an hour, man, but she came. You know what it is? She wanted to make an entrance. She wanted to make an entrance. So So thank you for coming on the show. I appreciate you for coming down. And obviously thank you for sharing on. So last final thoughts on the show. And
my final thoughts is if anyone knows me in real life, they know that I will meet them with a burst of energy and then my social battery goes down. My social battery has gone down, but I'm so sorry, guys. But I was not. What?
No, go on. What do you mean social battery?
I was not losing concentration. I don't know. I just naturally it will burst up in a minute.
Do you know what it is? Because last time I had the social battery on full charge last time.
No, but do you not remember when I came in? I was very low. It's only when we sat down to start filming.
She told me she was giving you more sugar. I didn't know. Sugar, like what?
But it was a very nice podcast.
Yeah.
I get a bit heated, but I did some of it down for you guys.
Thank you very much.
No problem.
I appreciate that.
Anytime, I'm always there for you.
You're gonna come back? You're gonna come back on my platform?
Of course.
And you know what? Of course I invite you. And obviously I just want to say thank you again because obviously the Shea Bubble clip makes you look good. It makes me look totally. It just they don't be dirty, you know.
So dirty.
They don't be dirty.
I'm gonna go find it. Yeah.
Even when I was watching it, I got triggered, but I was actually there, so I was like, it wasn't as. I don't know. They made it seem.
Do you know why? Because they made
it was the boom at the end.
Because you made it look like I was getting on to you. I wasn't even getting on to you. They got it. We cut
it. It's the way I talk. Yeah. Like I was like, no, but the thing.
Yeah. So it's so good. It's so good. Guys, me and her are cool, you know. Shea Bubble, you done us dirty, but don't worry. Go watch that. Bubble section. And last but certainly not least.
I didn't even plug my socials.
Hey, wait. Plug that.
Just disrespect, guys.
Plug that.
It is Hope Lavina on Instagram and Hope Lavina 1 on TikTok. And if any talent agents want to cast me for anything, I am here. Period.
And where can they see? And where can they see the?
See me on BBC. Go hard or go home. Period. That's how we do. Yes.
Thank you. And last but certainly not least, shout out to our special guest because he is a special guest. And I'm very appreciative for having on episode 3 of the Man Whose Voice. So let me just give that over there, Bush. Thank you for coming down.
No, man.
Yeah, man. You got the floor, man.
No, man. Thank you for having me first, cuz, man. Big up all the other panelists as well, man. Good podcast. I'll definitely come down again still.
Thank you, bro. Yeah.
And final thoughts, you know what? Like my hashtag It's love over everything on my WhatsApp and that stuff there, you understand? And that's what I'm about. The world just needs a little bit more love, you understand? And that's definitely evident speaking here. And just in general, I always see that, you understand? So man would love to come down and just spread more love and positivity and vibes and happiness. My thing's all about happiness, you know. That's why a lot of my friends will say, oh, well, you're always happy, you're always laughing and this, that and other. And I always say, because I just do the stuff what I love and I enjoy, you understand? That's my secret. So yeah, man, big up my socials at MC Bushkin. Right across the thing there, and yeah, man, love.
All right, cool. So, guys, we're coming to the end of episode 3 of the Mandem's Voice, and I just want to just like say thank you to my guests. Like, shout out to Bushkin just for that moment there.
Yes.
I want a big thank you to Hope. She came in. Thank you to Musa. Her first ever time. She went back low, but second time she sounded like
Baccolo.
The back door.
She said,
Baklava.
you're so aggressive, like raw, like you should go to the gym at
It's
night.
your
Like,
fault.
it's all right.
No,
Okay.
it's true. I didn't go to the gym today. I should have went.
Just don't be aggressive, man. Don't hit.
I know, I'm sorry. See, I'm masculine.
It's fine. It's cool. If a man did that to a woman, technically, someone would be saying, "Oh, but that's assault." But it's fine. It's fine.
It's double standards.
I'm playing with you.
It doesn't work, you know.
I just wanted to thank you, bro, for coming down. I appreciate you for coming and sharing as well. I hope I haven't got you trouble because I don't know why I would do that. So, guys, yeah, make sure you like, you comment, you subscribe, you check out all the other episodes, and yeah, and thank you to our sponsor, I/U, the Mandem's Voice. We out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do-do-do-do.